Shame. Shame. Shame.
Oh, because I lost it.
I was like, what?
Shame.
He lost the podcast
Anyways.
challenge.
Pass me my candies.
Challenge is over.
Challenge is over.
Candy time.
Thank you, Jovi.
I did lose the challenge, but you know what? Shout out Jovi for all this candy.
Shout out.
Podcast
so much
essentials.
Of it. So
if you guys
excited.
haven't already, shit, I should have been prepared with their Instagram handle.
Jovi USA.
Jovi USA.
I'll put it in
I
the video.
think I'm gonna double check.
Yeah.
Make sure you get the neon shower. One of my favorites.
Jesus.
Peach chamoy rings.
These are my favorite.
Yeah, no, the chamoy
Yeah, Jovi
watermelon
USA.
rings.
Jovy.
Yeah.
USA.
I like savagely opened this bag.
Yeah.
Desperate for last 6 pounds.
But they're fucking dank. So shout out Jovi. Thank you so much for the care package, guys.
Thank you.
If you haven't already, make sure to go check them out. They have some dank ass candy. And no, they do not sponsor the pod. So we are saying
We just
this
really like their
from
candy.
the bottom of our hearts. We met them at the Kickback Crew live event. Not gonna lie, I took a lot of bags of candy that day.
I know, me too. It was great.
But we had a very long drive back to San Diego, and it came in clutch.
They said, take as much as you want.
Yeah.
And then when I was walking away, the girl was like, here, take another one. And I was like, okay.
Take as much as you want. They're like, no, that's not that much, lady.
Cálmate, morro.
Pero Pau andaba como las tías en las quinceañeras.
¿Te vas a llevar al centro tú?
Ese centro no se puede llevar, señora.
Hey, it's good candy. At least you know it's being eaten.
So if you hear us munching, and sorry for all you delicate listeners out there,
Just lipping it.
this candy is just fucking bomb. I can't stop.
Ay,
Ay,
that's what she said.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
Dios mío. Suegra,
Oh,
lleva
wow.
la misa.
Tú me
Easter
tienes que llevar.
Sunday yesterday.
And we did go.
The Lord has
Sí, fue la
risen.
misa.
You guys went to church? Mm-hmm. I forgot.
We only go twice a year, bro. Somos como el presidente.
Christmas. Easter.
We don't even go Christmas. We
Thanksgiving.
go for your grandma's
Anniversaries,
and
yeah.
Easter.
I go at least once a year, and it's during a wedding.
You know, I just want to go on a small rant. The only reason I don't like going like so much is partially because I went to church way too many times as a child.
And because you went to Catholic high school.
Well, yeah, that's why I went to church. We gotta go once a week with school, and then on
Sometimes.
Sundays with my parents.
Minimum once a week.
So twice a
Oh, yeah,
week. Twice a week. And then as time progressed, my parents really like going to one specific mass. And it cuts my day porque es al mediodía. So it's like in the morning no hago nada porque estoy de que preocupado porque pues dude, we only have like maybe like 2 hours before like we wake up, get ready. And then for the most part, I only had the day off on Sundays. So like my one day a week where I'm off, it's like I don't want to wake up early. So you're like struggling, vas arrastrando las patas. Then you get to mass. Then mass is over and like my parents are like, oh, well, let's go eat. And by the time you're finished, it's like 3 p.m. Ya no quieres hacer nada. So it's like I feel like I lose my entire day. I mean,
Giving yourself to God. You're saying it's a waste of time.
I know it sounds really bad.
Being thankful.
And then the mass that they go to, I just really feel like I have to go dressed up. Because it's just like a lot of people that I know from high school go to that mass, and they son pipiris nice. And then I just feel like I have to put on like a fashion show, and it's like I'm not really there to like pay attention. So I'm not really giving my attention to the mass and to like their sermon.
But that's where I think that like you should change that outlook now, because like we're no longer in I can see how like in high school and out like right out of high school it was that like fashion show and like you had to go dress a certain way and like the stigma behind it. But like you're a 30-year-old man now, like get
32.
get that like
why are you putting that up there?
32.
Fuck you guys.
You're a 32
I
balding
said
old
30,
man.
all right? Like now it's like you go because you want to go, or you go for yourself, not because of everybody sitting around you anymore,
definitely.
you know?
But I just feel like, I don't know, it's just that stigma to me. And it's like, I don't think, and correct me if I'm wrong.
Wrong.
I'm sorry. And sorry if this is getting too religious for you guys because it's the beginning of the podcast. But it's like,
Real.
I practice in my own way. I don't feel like,
No sex before marriage.
yeah, Pao and I don't even live together, bro. What the fuck? But I just practice in my own way. Like, I know I'm a good person. or at least I try to be. ¿Se te fue el chile? ¿Se te fue el chile? ¿Quieres agua? Or at least I try to put it into practice in my day-to-day life. And I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, si no vas a misa, no eres una buena persona. But it's like...
Well, there's definitely that stigma behind it. And I think, I mean, yeah, this is getting really religious.
Yeah.
But, like, that's one of the reasons. Like, I don't think you have to go to church on Sunday to be, like, to believe, you know, or to have a belief behind it. I think that people decide to because there's a whole background to that, you know,
Yeah.
like Sunday being the day of God and stuff. But, yeah, I think overall, like, you definitely don't have to go just because you don't go doesn't mean you don't believe.
Yeah. But anyways, this is not a religious podcast. So let's dive out of this before we go down this rabbit hole. And
Yes.
my parents get mad at me
For dissing.
for dissing Jesus. But I don't know. We went to Rome y conocí al Papa y tomé agua de que donde toma el Papa. So honestly, I'm blessed for life now, dog.
It's true. Wait,
Yeah.
did you guys go to Vatican?
Yeah, bro. I drink the same water the Pope drinks.
We did.
Arrowhead.
But anyways, guys, what's up? My name is Mario.
My name is Jesus.
My name's Bao.
I'm Raul.
Welcome back to the Vive con Huevos podcast. We got another Talk and Talks for you guys.
A lot of candy. I'm still
And-
Jesus.
Shout out Modelo and Jovi again.
Well, Talk and Talks.
Talk and Talks.
Oh yeah, you're actually drinking Talk and
I know, I feel like
we
we-
named this Talk and Talks and never actually
And we're
drink Talk.
always
Talk
so
Cans.
scattered with what we drink. I need to like raise the volume on
Sure,
my
good.
headset. Can I have one?
No.
Oh. How you guys doing?
Good. I'm actually a little baffled because I found something out
Oh,
today.
these are bomb.
I know.
Right? Told you.
Holy
These
shit.
neons are good.
Yeah,
back.
I hadn't tried these. I saw a TikTok today of something that I had no idea. But did you guys know that galletas Maria aren't Mexican?
Aren't they like German or some shit?
I don't know, but they're not Mexican.
Where are they
I forgot
from?
where I saw that. I think I saw it on one of the Latino meme pages.
I'm pretty sure I sent you the TikTok.
They're probably just like low, like a Central American,
No,
No, I
South
don't think
they're
they're
like
Latino at
something
all.
really random.
Yeah.
Korean.
Yeah, that's how I
Dude,
felt. I
they're
was like,
so
I've been
bomb.
betrayed.
Before
like-
she like brings that up, I remember when I was in nursing school and I was working in the old people home.
You just jack old people's
Bro, I would
Marias?
check their shit. No, so I was in charge. So I was in charge of their nutrition part. So I would like get their food ready and like make sure like people who were like on pureed diets, everything was puree, everything was like settled before everything left the kitchen into their rooms, right? But sometimes for like dessert, they would give them like galletas Maria and milk.
Oof.
And this is gonna be really, really weird. Or maybe I don't know. Maybe you guys used to do it, but they used to, for the people who would only could eat puree, they would warm a little bit of milk and put the galletas Maria
okay.
and then mash it.
Okay.
And bro, that was so bomb. Yeah.
I feel like I would need
Gross.
too many Marias,
Marias,
to
yeah.
get the
Yeah.
amount that I want.
Yeah.
There's a coffee shop here in San Diego that has a galleta Maria latte, and it's really good. And they put a little galleta Maria on the top. So like the first sip is like a
Yeah.
piece of the cookie. So they were invented in England. I'm gonna give the background. The credit goes to the London bakery Peak Friands, who created the biscuits for the marriage of Russian Grand Duchess Maria Alexandra to Britain's Prince Alfred in 1874.
Dang.
And that's where they come from. And I guess Mexicans just adopted them.
I wonder what was the like.
We'll take these.
It's okay. As an inexpensive, versatile, and easy to store biscuit, they traveled worldwide and became a beloved staple in places such as Cape Town, Brisbane, and Guadalajara.
Dang.
The more you know. But I felt a little betrayed when I read it. I was like, what?
That's my grandma's favorite. So I thought that was like a classic.
Yeah, I did too.
Did you feel more betrayed reading that or finding out that I wasn't Mexican?
Oof. That's a hard tie.
A lot of things in your life are not Mexican, like you seem.
I know.
Like it seemed.
It was kind of sad. This is what being an adult is. Like, have you guys seen that meme where it's like, being an adult just means that you find out pillows are fucking expensive and everybody does coke. I'm like,
Big
dude,
facts.
it truly is. Pillows are expensive and everybody does coke.
Or like your teachers.
Oh, did we have that conversation on the podcast?
No, I think you and I were talking about
That were
it.
like, dude, it's so crazy to like when you actually put it into perspective. you never realized that your teachers were out there getting faded, like maybe during the week or on Fridays, or like twerking, going to the club. You thought that they were like, these perfect human beings, or you had them in like a certain like category or bubble. Like, but then
good people.
Yeah, but then you go out with your friends who are like art teachers or certain EB teachers, and they're like the most ratchet ones. You're like, bro, the future of America is in your hands, and they're on top of a table.
Yeah, it's a thing. I definitely didn't think my teachers had a life. I thought my teachers were like Miss Honey from Matilda.
But
And then I grew up and I was
they're
like,
all
oh.
Miss Trunchbull.
Yeah.
Speaking of kids, or did you have a topic that you wanted to bring up, or was it just you wanted to shame me?
I wanted to shame you.
Okay. So speaking of kids, I actually had been thinking about this all day today. Because do you guys know what generational guilt is?
Yes, I think.
Do you guys
I don't
know?
think they do.
No.
So generational guilt, and listeners, correct me if I'm wrong, because I just did a little bit of like background research on this while I was working today, but it's basically the guilt that first generation,
I know.
in this example, kids get when they have better opportunities than previous generations. So let's say, for example, I'm first gen. Obviously, my parents came here from El Salvador. Sorry, excuse me, too many candies. My parents came here from El Salvador, and they had a certain lifestyle. And then now all the opportunities that I have that are a little bit, I could say, better, given my current age, I feel guilty being able to have those opportunities, or being able to have maybe like a better life, or being able to have to like, let's say, for example, they couldn't go to school. They dropped out when they were in high school, or they dropped out after high school to come to America to get a better job. But then I had the opportunity to go to school and enjoy certain things, go out and enjoy certain restaurants or have fun, versus when they were our age, they were sacrificing certain things in order to give us that life.
So the example I saw was like the girl was basically saying like the guilt you feel traveling Europe knowing your parents have never been here before, and it's basically like because they've been working their entire lives and they had like never.
Was
got
she
the
with
chance.
there with them?
No.
They were.
So she-
at
yeah.
least not in the TikTok that I saw. Like I'm sure there's people that do take
Yeah.
them, But I think it's that like that feeling of like, damn, like I'm whatever 25 years old and can do this, but my dad and my mom at 25 years old were like working, raising kids, like trying
Yeah.
to make it through the American dream.
Of course, I feel like there's different like avenues
Yeah.
when it comes to this like definition, but I guess that's just like the grand scheme of it, is just being or having that guilt of like, damn, I could do this at this age and my parents couldn't. And maybe now they're either too old and too tired to be able to like disfrutar estas cosas, or like you just don't like. Jesus Christ, bro, my bad. I'm trying to have a serious conversation here, Mario.
Definitely heard that through the earphones.
Yeah. Or you're experiencing things in life and it's just giving you that guilt that's like, damn, like my parents could be here doing this with me, but they're not, type of deal.
I feel that's exactly what they want. Like your parents,
Yeah.
they wanted you to have the next best thing, or to live better than them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly why it's the American dream, right? They come to work, so not so you won't, but so you have all the opportunities. I feel like it's always a thing, right? They always leave their homeland, wherever they're from, for better opportunity. Escape whatever they're going through over there, but for better opportunity. And the fact that people are having, I mean, unless you're like just kind of wasting your life, then yeah, I could see like be guilt, like have some kind of guilt. But if you're living a better life, it's just because they laid the groundwork already.
Yeah.
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 So do you ever feel like you would want to experience things? So let's say, for example, like we just came back from Italy, right? And we were specifically in Vatican City, which is one of what's like a bucket list place for my parents. And came a point when we were like in the Vatican, and then I kind of like at one point was like admiring everything and taking everything in. And that's that one place that my mom was like, I want to go there before I die. And I was there, and then I was like, shit, my mom has never been here. And I started feeling a little guilty and honestly a little sad that I was there and she wasn't. And they've worked so hard to give me the life that they gave me, and they still haven't been able to go there.
So you brought a keychain home.
So I
We
brought her
actually got
some.
her a rosary, okay, and some holy water.
Y le traje agua del Papa. Okay, todos somos bendecidos del Papa. So at one point, I did feel a little guilty while I was there, and then I like snapped out of it, and then going back to what Raul was saying was like they worked really hard in order for me to enjoy
Life.
the way I'm enjoying it. The reason this came up and the reason I'm saying it is because I was at work today, and in one of the houses that I was cleaning, work started coming up. Like I was talking to the client because it kind of got awkward because I was cleaning the living room and she was there working. Oh. And I was like, do I talk to you? Do I not talk to you? But so I was like, whatever, just making small talk. And work came up and she's like, oh, that's really cool that you get to work with your dad and blah, blah, blah. And we just started talking. And then I was like, oh, yeah, like whatever. Long story short, the podcast came up. And I was like, oh, yeah, I also have a podcast. And she's like, oh, that's really cool that you were able to start that. And she's all, I've always wanted to do something in like the entertainment industry. Little backstory on her. Her mom is from India and her dad is from Pakistan. So it was very traditional in her house. And like, I know I just like, I don't want to be like racist or mean or anything, but it was very like, you need to be a doctor. Or you need to be something like.
Well, it's a stigma in their culture.
Yeah, that's very, it's a career that's very admirable and also very like top tier, right?
Well, like my understanding is like if you don't become like a doctor or a lawyer, they're basically
Like a
you're
professional.
Shit, yeah.
Like
So-
it has to be like one of those very top tier.
So when she was like in high school and stuff, like she obviously started experimenting with like makeup and things like that. And she was like, she grew up in like the YouTube era. So it was like very big to start doing like tutorials or like makeup reviews and things like that. And she wanted to do that, but like her parents shot that dream,
She had
right?
to go to school, yeah.
Yeah. And she's like, that's really cool that you were able to start the podcast and your dad's behind it or your parents are behind it and stuff like that. And basically the whole like generational guilt started coming up. And I was like, yeah, you know, like I kind of look at it now the way Raul does. Where it's like, yeah, my parents worked hard. And yeah, at first, like I really wanted to be in nursing school and give them that like kind of like ego boost of like saying, sí, mi hijo's un enfermero, mi hijo's un doctor. Versus like, mi hijo's un podcaster, you know?
Un influencer.
And un influencer.
TikToker.
But at the same time, I was...
Vende calzones.
But at the same time, I was like, my parents also came to this country and sacrificed a lot in order for me to be able to live out my dreams. So is it not a disservice to what they did if I didn't become, or if I didn't start this podcast journey, or if I didn't start this like influencer journey or things like that? Like, is that not also part of what they came for?
Yeah, I think so. I think everybody experiences this differently, you know? And I think just as like Raul experienced it one way, you experienced it another, and I experienced it like a completely different way. And Jesus too.
Not fuck Jesus experience.
No.
I've always wanted to be a gamer.
No, I mean, I think everybody on this couch has experienced it differently. I just think that, from my understanding, I'm not a parent, obviously, but I like put myself in a situation, if I were like, as a parent, ultimately you just want to see your kids like happy in what they're doing. And yes, there's expectations, and yes, there's like, you know, the boundaries and the things that you hope that they do, or the things that you wish that they'll like follow, you know. But I think at the end of the day, like when it's your last day on your deathbed, like what you really want is that they enjoyed their life and they were able to experience everything that they wanted to experience. And I think your parents' situation specifically, like they've never gone, not because they can't, you know, or not because they don't have the financial ability.
Yeah.
I just think life happens and there's reasons that they just haven't gone to that yet. And they will one day, you know?
Yeah, my parents are ballers, bro.
I know.
They can
I
go
was about
away.
to say, it's not like they didn't just go to Hawaii for 2 weeks.
Like they chose
Yeah.
Hawaii over Italy,
Yeah.
right? Like, and not that they chose it, but I'm
Yeah.
just saying like they were able to experience that. We weren't, like, because of work and stuff, you know, but we were able to experience Italy, and
I
they'll
also
get to experience
Yeah, and
it
I also
too.
think my parents' view on life has been kind of like changing and molding. So like, let's take for example, this clear example that they went to Hawaii. My parents got upgraded to first class, but it was just their 2 seats. Y mi hermana fue de colada con mis sobrinas, right? And my dad was super excited, dude. I was like, oh,
That he
yeah.
got upgraded to first
yeah, that he
class.
got first class. He's like, oh, yeah, my points. And, you know, I've been a member for so long that, you know, it's finally starting to, like, pay off. And I got all these stuff, like, nice upgrades. And then I was like, all right, that's super dope because por no lo normal, we would always just travel economy. It was always us four, like, traveling to El Salvador or trying to Hawaii. Like, my dad always just likes paying for trips, right?
I was really excited for them.
I was really
like,
excited
that is
for them
super
too.
cool
Yeah,
that happened
I was
for
like,
them.
I love the leg room. My dad's tall too, so it's like, you know, it's like having that extra room is just like,
Clutch.
yeah. And then
And plus watching everybody walk back.
yeah, it's like, oh, you
Peasants.
fucking poor people. Laughs in rich. So, and then my dad calls me when they're about to take off. He's like, oh, yeah, nos vamos. I'll let you know when we land. And then he's like, just want to let you know, aquí estoy con los pobres. Not in that way, but it's just making fun of him. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I thought you had first class. And he goes, yeah, but my littlest niece, wanted to experience it. So I let her have my seat. And I was like, dude, you could have told her that was first class. She's like this big. She's 2 feet tall. She's in first class.
She's the size of a big box
economy
of
is first class for her,
Crunch.
dude. And my dad's like, nah, no te preocupes. Like, he said, sí se notaba que estaba medio aguitado, pero a la misma vez me dijo, I was like, you know what? I'm happy that I can give them this experience. And maybe one day she won't remember. Maybe she will. I think right now she's at the age that maybe she will remember.
She will.
And then he's all, pero y cuando tú tengas hijos, no te preocupes. Aquí también los voy a tener en primera
Fuck
clase.
that.
And I was like, nah.
My kids ain't traveling first class until we can all travel
For
first
real.
class.
I didn't experience an all-inclusive until I was 18, bro. My kids are going to have the same shit. But
I'm gonna let my kids go to the back.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be in first class.
Go on, brokies.
And once you can afford your own trip.
But yeah, so I had that conversation with that client today, and it just kind of brought up like this whole, like, you know, I mean, it's cool that I was able to, like, you know, we were all able to start this podcast, and you guys are all here with us, and we're all growing together in this, you know. And then it's not something that, like, is very traditional. You know, even to this day, like, my dad sometimes watches the podcast. So does, well, my mom listens to it, but I don't think she fully
She's like,
understands.
What did she tell me? She's like, yo no sé qué están diciendo, pero yo lo escucho.
just to give us the view. But I don't think they fully, like, grasp this concept. And that was like another conversation that we were having. It was like, our parents are just very traditional, and they came from a country that obviously is, well, at least in my parents' case, is a third world country. They come over here. They don't really understand the internet. Now all these influencers are blowing up. Something else that they don't understand that could also be a career. So it's like, how do you balance that? You know, like, wanting to make your parents proud, but also following your dreams. And then, like me, like, you know, I dropped out of school. That was a conscious decision. But now slowly everything is starting to pay off. You know, did
As
it take a while?
does.
Yeah, it fucking took a long ass time, but it's finally starting to pay off. But my parents still don't understand how big this can be, you know? So, like, how do you get them to understand that? But still, and then in the back of your head, you still kind of have that guilt of wanting to give them what they wanted for you. That was a mouthful.
We got it, though.
That was fuck.
Nah, I feel like as long as you're, like, chasing your dream, I guess, they're happy.
Yeah.
They're happy. Like, they're doing exactly what they worked so hard for, like you say. Like, that's exactly what they want. Like, what you're doing now, growing, like, that's what they want. Because could you have done this if you were back in El Salvador with them have continued their lives as they did before moving here?
I would have been working on a rancho, bro.
So, I mean, you're doing exactly what you want. Like, what you want, plus you work. So it's not like you're going backwards, you know, in life. Like, you're going forward. You're doing something that you like and could possibly, like, turn into something huge. Like, you never know.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm going to take a second, go back a little bit. You literally said I'd be working on the rancho. Like, if you didn't tell me 2 days ago that you want to tend to a farm.
Yeah, but that's different. I want a farm. If I would have been in El Salvador, I bet you I wouldn't have wanted a farm.
No. But this is like he
Yeah.
would work for the guy that
Yeah,
owned
I
the
know.
farm. He wants his own farm.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it, Jesus?
Well, I didn't start thinking about that stuff until right now.
It's like, I had never thought about that
I've
before.
been more. I mean, I've always thinking about it like as a grateful person. Like, I've always grew up to be grateful about the things I have. My parents taught me that really at a really young age. You know, be grateful what you have. Don't expect like not to expect a lot, or or the free handouts. Like sometimes you have to work for things here and this and that. So, but I've always been happy with what I have, and it just makes things that the extra stuff that comes in, for example, like with the podcast, like how it's been growing, the extra stuff of that, it makes that feel even better, because it's things that I didn't expect. So, but I did start thinking about it right now when you said like, oh, when we go to Europe and stuff, it's like, damn. Now I started thinking, it's like, damn, my parents haven't been to Europe, and I started to, I did it before them. But yeah, I went for Germany, right? Yeah, Germany and Spain, or like other things I've been doing. But at the same time, I'm also thinking, well, they can do it whenever they want to. They've told me that they've planned trips, or they have their thing, kind of like what their parents do.
Yeah,
so.
well, like just today, we were packing everything up in the van. We were cleaning out my dad's garage, and everybody knows Hawaii is expensive. Like everything's imported. Even the things that grow there are imported. Yeah. It's crazy. And I was telling him, I was like, I don't feel like, and sorry if like this gets a lot of hate, but I just don't feel like Hawaii is worth it anymore.
It's really expensive.
It's like super expensive. It's like, yeah, it's nice to go and relax, but I feel like you get a lot more bang for your buck if you go somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, I think Hawaii is beautiful, and I really enjoy it. It's definitely one of those places that I would like to keep going back to, or at least experience all of the islands. But like you just said, I think there's other places in this world that are just as equally as beautiful, like not too far in Mexico,
Yeah, and I did tell my parents too. I was like, for what you spent, you could have like had a pretty decent sized trip. In this case, like to Europe, and done something just you two. And I always get on his case. Was like, dude, you need to travel, like. Just you and my mom, and that's it. No shade, Stephanie. But
well, they need to experience that. I think there should be a balance, family travel, solo travel, like everybody just like, get I think different experiences.
Jesus' parents and Raul's parents do a pretty good job at like solo traveling and just doing their own thing.
But also family travel.
Grandkids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and now they are doing that, Mm-hmm.
Sorry, and I did tell him, I was like, for what you spent. But my dad really likes Hawaii, so I mean, whatever. But I was like, for what you spend, you could have gone over there and like had a pretty decent trip. Like I think you would have probably spent the same amount of money.
Yeah. Because it wasn't that like being there wasn't that expensive.
No, it's just like the trip and the food and stuff. Like I guess once you put it all into perspective, yeah. Oh, you're talking about Europe?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's stupid cheap.
Yeah.
Like
no,
the food
Hawaii
and
is
stuff
really
like
expensive.
That. Yeah. I think it was like a group of 9 of us, and like we would split the bill, and it was like $20 each.
Yeah.
Once you figured it out.
Yeah.
Once you figured out the
receipt.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. I get what you're saying. I definitely do. I don't think I necessarily have gone through that, but that's just. I mean, my situation is different. Like my mom is really young. Like my grandpa did get to travel the world. Like yeah, he did make his sacrifices and he did like move and do all the things. But I think he did get the education. He became an architect, and like it was just a different level of work. So I don't think I've ever found myself with like generational guilt. If anything, there's times where I'm like, damn, I wish we would have done this all together. Or like sometimes like my grandma's not with us and I'm like, oh, I wish my grandma would have come, like little things like that I guess can feel like.
I guess that's like a branch of like guilt, because like I think sometimes too, like especially when you and I go out to eat. And my parents do like to go out to different restaurants, but they tend to stick to the same ones because of the language barrier. Or like they don't understand certain concepts, or maybe they do, but they're embarrassed to like speak it. They're like, oh, I really want to try this restaurant, but I don't really understand the menu. So for the most part, the majority of the times that they're out trying new things is because of me and Bao. But sometimes, like especially in the beginning of our relationship, when we were going out to like nicer restaurants, like I was a creature of habit. Like I was out, and like, my excuse was, dude, I'm out in San Diego, out and about all fucking day.
Lame ass excuse.
You don't drive around San Diego all day, right?
But you weren't experiencing San Diego. You were just driving around San Diego.
Whatever. So my excuse was, I want to come back home and not go back out, another 30 minutes. So I was a creature of habit of staying in the same place all fucking day, or like once we would come out. Anyways, point is, we would go to different restaurants, and I would feel kind of guilty sometimes. I was like, damn, my parents have never been here and experienced this.
Okay, and I think that's a better example then of like what you feel your generational guilt is, because it goes more in line with your parents not doing those things because they feel scared or they feel nervous about it or they get anxious because like they don't understand the menu or like what do they order, you know? So I can understand. I see that as more of a valid. Not that your other that the other one isn't valid.
Like I said,
I just think like they have the ability to travel, but them going out to eat at different restaurants, I can see how like you feel like a little weird about that. Like
like I said, I mean, there's different branches to it. You know, I was just like
That's not too
trying to differentiate.
Yeah.
Big word alert. Anyways,
Differentiate.
Jesus, hold on, pause.
Right now that I really think about it, I don't have any guilt because my parents go to fancy dining all the time or they go traveling all the time. They travel more than me, actually, now that I think about it. So I think that's why I don't feel guilty.
That's okay. I think everybody's situation is different. I think there's a lot of families out there of like older parents that maybe can't travel anymore or like weren't ever able to experience that, you know? But I think we all have different levels of that.
I think you were just kind of trying to say that at your age, you're doing it versus their age. When they were at our age,
They weren't doing any of this.
Yeah.
But they're doing it now, if anything. you know?
Yeah. Or sometimes they just limit themselves because I feel like maybe they get stuck at like, did I press record on that one?
Yeah, it's right.
Or like sometimes they get stuck in a certain mindset and they might have the money to give themselves certain luxuries, but they don't. It's kind of like viejitos who hoard
Yeah.
that lived during the Great Depression, right? 1920s, whatever.
My grandpa was one of those.
And they hoard because they're stuck in that mindset of like
Or to what?
anything. Like they hoard food,
Everything.
paper.
You ever seen Hoarders?
I've seen hoarders, but like
It's like
this is pretty specific.
Yeah, so,
timeline
or
that
like
you gave.
sometimes-
I know you should give a
I
really
was
specific
like,
timeline.
it's like, what do I not know that they were hoarding
brush
in the
up on your history,
1920s?
dog. What the hell?
It's like, what were they hoarding back then?
They just hoard certain stuff because like they didn't know when the next time they would get a certain like necessity, like whatever, like
Like how we did with
With
toilet
toilet
paper.
paper and
yeah.
COVID.
yeah. I don't know. Before we rant off even more, I just wanted to bring that up a little bit. Like I just didn't know how you guys felt or like if you guys have ever experienced certain things like that.
Yeah. I mean, I think we all kind of
Don't waste your
give a
life.
good point,
Vive
but-
con huevos.
Yep.
Clipping that.
Roll the credits.
There you go.
Shout out Jovi.
Anyways, on to other topics. of the day.
Anyways, people who are not gonna have fucking generational guilt are the motherfuckers working at McDonald's getting $20 an hour now,
What
starting
the
April
hell?
1st.
Today,
That's wild.
Oi, but it's a week
a
from
It
week
wasn't
ago.
April Fool's.
Yeah.
April Fool's,
Imagine if that was an
Bro.
April Fool's joke.
Dude,
bro.
Psych.
Imagine.
Tomorrow you don't get $20 an hour.
$8.50.
We're going back to the 1920s.
yeah.
Oh, shit.
That's so wild to me. I'm just wondering if like they did this also because there's gonna be more like machine work, you know? Like now, like you don't really need anybody in the
Yeah.
front because like if you walk into McDonald's, they all have those ordering
So
TVs.
I was talking to my dad about this on the way to work the other day. Because I don't know if it affects all fast food places,
A lot.
I
It's
think
not
it's
all.
like a majority,
the
no?
majority of them. So we were talking about when we had Vitality Bowls. And my dad's all like, we would be fucking screwed right now. Because Vitality Bowls, we were on the higher end of what an acai bowl would cost. We also had a lot more natural ingredients. A lot of things were a lot more organic. So obviously our costs were higher. And I was like, yeah, I mean, our shift leader at the time was probably at like 18, 19. But I was a shift leader and they had a
Yeah.
lot of fucking responsibility.
And she was there like all the
Yeah,
time.
she was there all day. She was basically there the same amount of time I was. Anyways, and now they're starting you at 20. So me and my dad were talking about it and he was like, dude, we would be fucking screwed right now by Vitality Bowls. And I was like, see, no, because I'm pretty sure they're going to start automating a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
If not everything. I mean, they'll probably have like maybe one or two people in the back, especially for rush hours or deliveries, things like that. But for the most part, I'm pretty sure they're going to have to start automating, taking in orders and stuff like that.
Yeah. I haven't looked into like the
Carl's
small print.
Jr.'s has-
Are their prices up now?
No, you order to a computer now.
Yeah.
Like into the drive-through.
Even the drive-thru?
It's a
Oh,
computer
wow.
now. Yeah.
Okay.
It got me a little frustrated the other day, but I was like, all right.
Why?
we-
Tell
we
us
got
about
through
your
it.
experience.
Pau ya no me deja ir a Carl's Jr.
Nah. Oh my God.
We
bro.
talked about this. 'Cause they had
The
blisters.
boils. Oh, the
Nah. So I guess it's a little my fault. I'm a little more advanced than the robot. So what I
Just
did,
let me go in there. I'll make it myself.
I ordered my meal, Sarai's meal, and then for the kids, I said I want 2 of these things. Okay, scratch that. So I ordered my meal, and then I ordered 2 of the same thing, one that the kids were gonna share, and one for Sarai.
Okay.
But obviously, one was gonna be with a different drink than the other. So that's where it was like,
I got confused.
Yeah, I was like, I need 2 of these. And they're like, okay, 2 of these. What do you want to drink? And then they told me, and I was like, coffee. And I said 2 coffees. I was like, no. I want 1 coffee. So it erased everything, and I was like, damn. No. So we're gonna do this
Okay.
all over?
Have
No,
you-
but then it corrected itself right
Oh.
away. Like it went back and it put my meal, a meal with a coffee, and then it says, what do you want for your?
Oh, okay.
for
So
that
it
sandwich?"
understood it.
Yeah. So I was like, damn, kid.
It's have you seen? Do you guys remember Chuck and Larry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you get the
fucking
scene
love
where
that
he's
movie.
trying to like change his or he was doing something with his last name, or he was doing something. He's like the automated number that he called was like, "What's your last name?" He's like, "Valentine," and then the automated thing was like, "Galentine,"
Oh.
and he's like, "No, Valentine," and it's like, "Valentine," and he was getting super frustrating at the end. He's like, "Valentine," and he just like throws the phone.
That's funny. That's actually really cool though that it like knew
Yeah,
and
it
it
did it
corrected
by itself.
itself.
I was like, damn, because I got there. It was breakfast, so I don't know. It was like 9 a.m. There was no one there. But then by the time I started fixing it, there was like 2 cars behind me. I was like, damn, I'm gonna look like such a boomer. It's like I don't get this thing.
That's crazy. I
mean,
wonder
well, we
where
have
else
an
is
AI
gonna do that.
co-host, so.
I know. We do. I wonder where else is gonna start to do that. I mean, I think the majority of them
Yeah.
are going to.
Well, like I know we've talked about it on like pods before, where it's like there's like restaurants here in San Diego that have the robot waiters.
Oh yeah, very few, but yeah, there's a
Yeah.
couple.
But I
They're
feel
all
like-
ramen places.
Yeah, but I feel like little by little, more and more people are
Yeah,
gonna start.
I feel like
integrating
fast food. It's gonna be a lot easier.
that. Oh yeah,
Like
Yeah.
you're gonna probably need like a couple of people,
yeah. I feel
but
like 1 or 2
someone
per
that
shift,
knows
maybe.
how to fix the robot
Yeah.
if anything goes wrong, and someone that like restocks stuff because the robot can't go downstairs.
Yeah. Or like your
Or into the
complaints, or like
fridge.
to take the complaints. Stuff.
So what do you think the move is now? Do you start learning how to fix robots?
to work in fast
Become
food.
an engineer.
I think that's
Yeah.
the thing that you should have started a while back is just being an engineer. Because
Robotics
everything,
engineer.
any type of robotics, right? Because
in general, right?
in general, or either
yeah.
software or
Yeah,
actual
100%.
physical engineering because of like things like that.
Well, I feel like this would be a lot more troubleshooting, like getting in there, like hands dirty wiring.
Yeah.
like an
Well-
electrician.
Or even
Yeah,
building,
kind of.
or
Yeah, because I was thinking about it, man. I'm not belittling fast food workers. Everybody, I know
Everyone
a lot
starts
of people.
somewhere.
Yeah, someone starts somewhere. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
I started there.
yeah, but
How much
was
an hour?
it hard enough? Like
$8 an hour, and then when I was a supervisor, it was $8.45.
What the fuck? You didn't even get a whole dollar?
I was assistant
or
manager.
50?
almost.
You didn't even get a whole 50
I was
cents.
taking care of that restaurant for $8.45.
Bro,
Do you still know how much the meals used to cost? Like I remember that we used to ask you how much something cost, and you would tell us exactly how much it
Yeah, I
was.
remember.
Oh.
with the tax and everything.
Remember,
I don't
away
know.
so
I
much
used to
free
get a
food.
lot of free Jack in the Box.
I would too.
I used to walk in there like I owned the damn place because I knew Jesus. I'd open
And
the
like
little
3 other people.
little fridge with
the little
the
fridge and grab a cheesecake. I'm like, do you know who's my friend?
your supervisor.
¿Sabes
He
quién
gets
soy?
$8.40 an hour.
I remember there was people that I liked, or like girls that I found attractive. It's like, it's on me, don't worry. I would just cancel the order. It's like, oh,
And then they would take the
they
Jack in the
cancel
Box
the
to their
order,
boyfriends.
and then they take. Yeah, that too. That could have happened.
Oh,
So wait, back.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Is it? I guess it just sounds like a dick thing to say. Is it hard, like back there? Like, do you, or could a robot like be grabbing a
It's-
patty here, dropping it there, flipping it?
Well, it's hard because they have an expectation, like every order needs to be out within 3 minutes or 4 minutes. They gave you a standard. Like the clock starts when you take the order, and it needs to be out by 3 minutes and 30 seconds, something like that.
Do
I
you
forgot what it
remember
was.
when McDonald's used to do like you
The
don't get your
free
meal in
60
60 seconds and they would give
get
it to you
a
for
Big
free?
Mac.
Oh, it wasn't your
It was
whole
like
meal?
a ticket. They give you a ticket for free Big Mac your next
Oh,
time.
for some
Really?
reason I remember it being like I was little though, so I could have just
remember it.
wrong, but that's wild.
But it
Anyways.
was that, and like it's because it's a timing thing, right?
But I feel like it would be easier for robots. Like you just program it. Oh, take the order, and in 3:30 you have to have it out.
Yeah, but then sometimes customers are dumb.
I think that's gonna be the hard part is the customer
customers.
part, like dealing with the customer, which is why I think they're still gonna need people there. But also, like, we kind of got rid of a full line of work. Like, where are all these people gonna get their experience from? All these kids, like, straight out of high school or in high school. Like,
So
the fast food world is a huge industry for
Yeah.
like beginner
Starters,
jobs. Yeah.
retail, things like that.
$20 an hour. I'm about to go back to fast food though.
Well, yeah, but like now it's gonna be like imagine
I got
before
managerial experience. Give me 20-40.
before you needed 6 to 8 a shift. Now you need 2,
Yeah.
3, right? So like you cut it with more than 50%. Like what are you?
I heard Elon Musk talk about this a bit, and
Mm-hmm.
he said that taking away these
Positions.
like positions allows people to like learn more to do better things. But then again,
Yeah,
it's
in the
like
perfect world.
Yeah, in a perfect world, exactly.
In an Elon Musk world, like
Yeah.
yeah, he's fucking crazy. He comes up with the craziest things. He also is against working from home, and I hate him for it.
Is he really? Oh, didn't
Yeah.
he fire his secretary or some shit?
Oh,
Was
I
it
don't
him?
know.
Well, there's like a story. I don't know how true
Yeah,
it is.
that she asked for I don't know how true it is.
She
Yeah.
asked for a raise, and then he said, "Okay, take the week off, and if at the end of the week,
He said
I
like
need
take the week
you-
off to I don't know, think about it or something.
Yeah, I'll think about it." But what he really meant was like,
Like,
"Oh,
I
I'm gonna see if I
actually
could
need
do
your-
it with
uh-huh.
her, without her for a week, to see if I actually need her." And at the end of the week, he
I
did
guess
it.
he like automated everything. that
Yeah,
he, like,
I mean, well, yeah, because he's a fucking
Yeah.
Elon Musk, of course. But yeah, I guess he's like super against working from home, and he thinks that's like gonna be the end of our of our times. Is everybody working from home?
I
But
wish-
it's because he's so concentrated on people being in the same space to like collaborate. And I get it. Like I get this. That's where the whole surge thing at work came from. Is from his book, because we all work from home, and our main CEO. Our CEO made all the directors come back into office for a 90-day surge, and like they were in office 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, like it used to be before, because we had like so many moving pieces that he was like, we're doing this, and he only came up with it because he read Elon Musk's book, and I think everybody just ended up hating each other now, and I don't know if it worked honestly, but the 90 days are over and everybody's back to home, but yeah, I guess he's like super against the whole like working from home. Anyways,
I think a lot of companies started doing that because where I work, they started bringing everyone back to the office. Mm-hmm. Luckily for me, here in San Diego, they closed the office, so I don't even have to go.
Because you were gonna have to, or you
I
went
was
for like
gonna-
a week or
I had to
something. No?
go. They took away, like, oh, you can start staying at home. But then they made like a company-wide decisions, like, oh, everyone has to come back at least 3 times a week. So damn, like as soon as I was about to reach my mark where I can start working from home permanently, but then they decided to close the office, so it worked out for me. But in other places, managers have to go to the office at least 4 times because they realize they need the managers to be in there
Yeah,
for the support. That's
Yeah.
the main thing.
I didn't see that. I get it. I think a hybrid situation is perfect in these
Yeah.
in those type of worlds, or like in my type. Like in my world, like I really don't think you need to be in the office 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. Like I think there's enough flexibility and enough technology to help you be present without having to be there physically. I understand that there's other worlds that like the people need to be present, you know, or like other positions maybe. But anyways,
like I wish I could clean carpets.
yeah, like you could, you obviously can't.
Oh, who
But,
knows?
like,
Maybe
you're-
I might start automating. Like,
Automating, get a robot.
Yeah, get a robot. I just send a bunch
Just
of
send a
Roombas.
Roomba. You just drop a Roomba off. I'll come back in 3
come back
hours.
Like my morning shift is just dropping off a bunch of Roombas, like a paper
No,
route.
it's like from Wally, those ones the one that cleans. I forgot his name.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I was thinking too, like they're bumping everything up, so they're obviously gonna bump up the prices
Yeah.
and things, right?
Oh, fuck yeah.
But I wonder how like Chick-fil-A and In-N-Out do it, because I feel like they have a ton of workers all the time. They pay everyone a lot, like at least what they're starting to pay everyone else. and they haven't really bumped up their prices that much.
In-N-Out
They're
is
never empty though.
In-N-Out is the goat, bro.
Yeah,
that
it
shit
is.
don't change. I can go there with $20 and
And
I
it's
can have
always
like
$22.
Yeah.
Well, it just went up. It went
Yeah.
up a few cents. It used to be 20, like 20 and change, and now it's 22 and change. But like, yeah, it's
I mean, that's still pretty good.
but
they're-
that's
like,
why
they're
Chick.
still
They
getting
don't get you
paid.
dick at Carl's Jr. now.
No.
Especially this fool that has 10
Like
kids.
McDonald's that one time we went, it was like
Oh,
$40.
fuck yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
We went to McDonald's and I wanted a McGangbang and some chicken nuggets. A McGangbang.
You've never had a
You
McGangbang?
never had a McGangbang? You want to have one?
It's
It's a McDouble and a chicken sandwich, but you get the patty from the chicken sandwich and you stuff it in between the McDouble, and it's a McGangbang.
it's actually
Oh,
pretty
okay.
good. I was pretty impressed.
You can't just order the chicken.
I don't think
I
so.
don't know. I don't think so. That's not the point.
Okay.
It's not fun. It's not fun like that.
It's not fun.
It used to be on the dollar menu, but now they like don't have a dollar menu. It's like
Nah,
non-existent.
it's a value menu.
Yeah. But that's probably why Chick-fil-A decided to change their chicken from the
Now they have all these steroids in
FDA
it.
approved one to like steroid chicken now.
Really?
And like
It's all about
supposedly,
steroid
because I was like reading up on it, because those of you that don't know, like I fucking love Chick-fil-A. Like it's that and In-N-Out are the two fast
Runs in
foods
her
that like
veins.
I allow myself to eat because I hate all the other ones. And when I saw that, I was like pretty disappointed, and I was like, damn, I think that the end of my Chick-fil-A era is coming, you know? And I was looking it up, and apparently like the chicken that they're now gonna serve is like it's still FDA approved, but they only barely, you know, they only give them hormones or steroids when they're sick. But like, how many of the chickens aren't gonna be fucking sick? You know? So I'm like, that's just a loophole because 9 of your 10 chickens are probably sick. So, anyways, I don't know when Chick-fil-A makes that change. If somebody knows, let me know because I gotta go before that change gets made.
Didn't they do that with milk when we were little?
That's probably why we're all.
That's why like we had like a
Fucking
big like
Oh!
we got like a growth spurt because they put something in our milk.
Oh, I did see that actually.
Like it was when we were little, but then they took it away.
Yeah. And so that's why like the generations below us are all like pretty
Short.
small. And like if you
Just
compare, yeah. I do
didn't know
remember
that.
reading that.
That's
I
why we're
just don't know
fucking
the
tall,
details.
like taller than our parents and everything too.
Oh, that makes a lot of fucking
Yeah,
sense.
entonces no
Because have
eres
you seen
hijo de
Salvadorians?
lechero.
They're like 5'5".
Por eso no eres hijo de lechero, nomás te dieron mucha
Nomás me
leche.
dieron leche.
Yeah, I forgot what it was. They put
Wow.
something in our
Yeah,
milk.
like some kind of hormone or something. You're right. I do remember.
Maybe that's why I
that.
drink a lot of milk because I love
Yeah,
that shit.
I mean, I always suspected. I mean, dude, like you look at our generation compared to the one before, and it's everybody like across the board. Like, look at every.
Is that why
like,
I have a
kid.
beard and my dad doesn't?
Maybe.
Maybe.
That's
But he has a crazy ass mustache.
Yeah, I know. I'm so jealous of my dad's mustache, bro. He has a full mustache. I got
Yeah,
this
that
kind
thing's
of
like a
shit
man's
going
thing.
on.
That's
bro.
a full on brush.
My dad's got a porn stash.
Yeah.
I asked Pam.
The Ron Jeremy, bro.
Yeah.
He can't grow a beard.
No, I don't think he's. I think he can grow a goatee, but I don't think it builds
Not
in the
the-
cheeks. Yeah. Raul has been growing his beard for the past
Like
32
30
years. He hasn't shaved the past
In
32
the
Like
past
30
30
years.
years. I know. Anyways, yeah, that's super wild.
I have to
I
fucking
guess
trim
we'll
every
see
week.
what happens.
How are you gonna feel when you go to Carl's Jr. one day and you're fucking double Western bacon cheeseburgers $40?
It's
Just
half
one
your-
of them?
Just the cheeseburger.
Just a cheeseburger.
have your
no
pizza.
meal.
Yeah.
How much was your breakfast more expensive this last time you went?
Nah, I couldn't tell the difference.
Then they start asking for tip.
Bro, imagine it's like
They
it's gonna
rotate.
ask you a couple questions.
The
Damn.
little
The
screen.
robot wants
Yeah.
a tip.
The little screen just flips.
Yeah, it's like
Add a tip.
it's just gonna ask you a question. Why do they start at 18 now?
So.
The tip?
Do you get embarrassed putting no?
No.
Oh, the 18% now? Yeah, I
like
know.
everybody
That's crazy.
starts 18, 20, 22.
Yeah.
It's like, yo,
No.
honey.
Especially at the bars and like I erase everything. It's like no, $1 per drink. That's my rule.
That's a good rule.
I mean that's a pretty good rule. I think the bar, because I like work in the
guess.
industry,
So just one drink, $1?
Yeah.
but you get a beer.
But I keep going back. You know, it's like
No, like let's just say you just had one beer.
One
like,
beer,
the
I
whole
give
time,
$1.
just $1.
yeah.
Okay.
For the beer, it makes sense. For a cocktail, maybe it's a
It's
little
like
bit
almost
more.
like a 10%, almost 15% tip, if anything.
Does it depend on like what you
Like
get?
$10.
Well,
No,
yeah,
I don't
of course
know.
it
I'm asking
depends on
him.
what
He's
you
the one
get.
that does that.
Like the more complicated the drink, the more you
I mean,
tip.
I always stick between like a beer, which is like between $8 to $10. So like I do $1 tip,
So that's 10%.
and I keep coming back. It's not like I mean,
Okay,
sometimes.
so
right?
what if we went out and you ordered 4 beers? Would you give $4 tip?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure you
okay.
weren't just giving $1
No,
for
like
the 4
$1 per
beers.
drink. So if,
Yeah.
whenever I get a drink for me and Pema, I always tell her that rule.
So
It's
like
like I always give
$2.
$1, per.
Per. I can see for the beer, for the cocktails, I could see how maybe a little bit more. I think for me is like working in the industry, like I've learned that if you tip more at the beginning, like they'll take care of you better throughout the night. So like even say you tip $3 on that one beer the first time, then the next time you don't have to like continue tipping, but at least they're taking care of you
Yeah.
better because they saw the bigger tip at the beginning.
I only do that at all inclusives. I slip them a 20
Oh,
when I'm
yeah.
sober, and then I don't see them
Or
until
you
later.
tell them, be like, hey, I could give you this 20 now, or you can keep on giving me drinks and I get more generous.
Yeah, true. También.
Y te
Yeah.
violan.
But the tipping thing is so wild to me.
Yeah.
Where were we the other day? That like
Stop tipping culture
all
in
she
Starbucks.
did was like, was it the airport? Yeah, the airport in Philadelphia. That we grabbed a bag of hot Cheetos,
Oh,
we grabbed the
yeah,
Gatorade,
the first thing I got, yeah.
and then he paid, and like she turned it around for a tip, and I was like, you did nothing. You
Did you tell her
rang
that?
me up. No,
Beep, beep. No.
we just put no tip.
Yeah, I
and
put no
moved
tip, and I
on with
fucking
our
moved
lives.
on with the, yeah.
But it's just like little moments like that. Like you did nothing for me. What am I supposed to tip
I
you?
feel
on?
like next time we should ask them, how much do you think I should tip you? But if they respond to, well, whatever you feel like, nothing. But what do you think I should give you?
Yeah.
Damn.
For doing absolutely fuck all.
Yeah, I don't know. I know like when Starbucks started adding the card tip, because before they wouldn't accept tips on cards, a lot of employees actually wouldn't even like, they would skip it for people, like because they felt weird asking them for like the card tip, because like the money tip is different because it's just kind of there and it's up to you if you
Yeah.
put $1 in there or not, you know. But I guess at the beginning they were feeling like weird about it. I'm sure now they're over it, but
Yeah, it's
because
just
they
like, eh.
probably saw the increase and they're like, fuck that, give me your tip.
It is an awkward feeling. Because, like, well, I mean, maybe for me it was different, but like when I would ring people up at Vitality Bowls, I wouldn't do the flip thing, but like on my card reader,
Automatic.
it was automatic.
Yeah.
It was either add tip or
10,
no tip. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And I would just let them do their thing, and I also like never looked at them. Like I'll just like wait and like look
Yeah.
out into the distance or just pretended I was doing something on the tablet. But it is an awkward thing when you're just there, and like I never expected them to give a tip, but I feel like now people.
Yeah, but you were also an owner and you weren't getting the money. So like when I worked at the coffee shop, not that I was expecting the tip, but I think when I worked there is when I realized like tip at coffee shops, because it's like you're tipping for all the back work, you know, like not necessarily just that, like the one coffee that they gave you,
But now you're getting $20 an hour, so fuck your tip.
but like it was just different because like I worked in it and I understood
What
it.
back work?
And there's a shit
Like the
ton of
prep?
like prep that gets done before like the
Like they
coffee
gotta
shop
get like
opens.
the milk.
No,
I got a live boy.
you
Whole milk, coconut milk.
actually you do have to accept the deliveries
No tip.
and carry it. No, but you make like the cold brew coffee beforehand, and like that's why you get there earlier. You stay there later. The coffee, like the drip coffee, is a whole process. Like it's not like you just put the coffee in and like press a
Press a
button.
thing,
At
but,
least
like,
where I worked, you know, like I'm sure it's.
I don't know,
different at
man. You
different
had a
places.
resident mouse in your coffee shop, so I wouldn't tip you guys.
I didn't have a resident mouse in the coffee shop.
Yeah, you told me that.
I had a mouse one day that came out, but it wasn't resident.
Carl's Jr. doesn't do tip, right?
No,
I don't think
not-
Jack
at
the
least
Box
not
did,
here.
and they do a lot of prepping, and I don't think they still don't take tip.
I don't think so. I
and
don't think a
always-
lot of fast food does.
I always think about that. It's like I worked in fast food. I never took tips. I never expected tips. And if I work for my wage, like I feel like I shouldn't be tipping other fast food places.
At Vitality Bowls, there's a shit ton of
Fast food places, not restaurants. Restaurants, I understand the whole tipping because I know they.
Well, I don't think fast food restaurants ever ask for a tip.
Some of them do, like Poke 1.5.
But that's not fast
But
food.
that's not
It's
fast
not.
food. I mean,
yeah,
it
it's
can't-
fast
it-
food,
yeah.
but
But
it's
it's not a
not
chain
fast
I
restaurant.
food.
can see them
Yeah.
having a lot of prep though.
Panda
Yeah.
Express.
They have a lot of prep.
They always look so angry back there.
Yeah.
In the kitchen. I feel
Depends
like
if they
always
hook
look
it
so
up or not.
Yeah.
I wanna
Yeah,
go
because
to
there's
that one
some that
spot
like
at
do the one
Nancy.
scoop and then
Yeah,
move on,
they
and
go
there's
like,
some that fucking fill up your.
But I always do the would you like to round up for charity?
I never do
Oh.
that.
Thank you.
No,
Don't
I
do
don't
it.
do
Don't
that.
do
Why?
it. All you're doing is giving the business money.
So
Yeah.
what I learned is that the owner already gave money to that charity, and they're already getting that tax break. So what you're doing is just
saving
paying
them
to
from
that
the
owner.
tax.
Yeah.
So
you're
he's
just
getting tax break and your cash.
Is that the same with Ronald McDonald?
Yeah,
Everything,
any store like Best Buy does the whole charity thing. All the stores,
Bonds?
yeah,
Everything, yeah.
anything.
There's
Anything that's
websites
like if you
now
wanna-
that
yeah.
track exactly how much per dollar that you send gets actually sent to the charity. And there was like a fucking Joe Rogan just had Joey Diaz on his podcast, and they just went on it like it was like some cop charity for wounded cops. It was like 0.45% of the money that you donate is getting actually sent to them. Like the rest is
Yeah,
just
It's for the CEO
yeah. No,
or
it's
the
like
CEO. Or
it's
whatever.
known that the money that doesn't go to the charity. And then like so
Sorry
you'll,
to kill your dreams.
I know.
Jesus. You look so disappointed.
To elaborate too, like say they gave 10,000, they continue to ask you to give to the charity, and like they could have gotten their $10,000 back already, but you're still giving them more money.
Damn.
So
What
it's
about the
wild.
Girl Scout?
The Girl
Girl
Scouts
Scouts
is a
they
little
give you
different.
cookies
Yeah.
for your
And you're helping out
$7. Yeah, man.
the children directly. Like you're working directly with the Girl
they're gonna
Scouts.
earn some. They're gonna make. They're gonna
Something on
get
themselves.
something for that money that they turn
Wow.
in.
You guys just converted someone that's never going to donate again.
Yeah,
That's cool,
Yeah,
dog.
once I
Give it
learned
to
that, I
tip
stopped.
instead of
I
donation.
stopped doing that.
Yeah.
Buy scratchers. Save your money.
Or you can donate to single moms.
Damn. My mind was just blown right now. I can't believe
So
so many times.
disappointed in
Yeah.
life.
I go to Appendix for so much. I'm going to go back.
Give it back home.
Did you press that one?
Yeah, it's red.
Oh.
You're red.
Oh yeah, I see it now.
Do they hook it up though?
Which
Eh.
one?
I go to the one by my house.
Oh, the one in Bonita? I don't go to that one often.
You know what I haven't had in a long time?
It's just
speaking?
like, but you're like, we're just gonna give out your address.
Yeah.
I know, sorry. You can beep
Just
that
go
out.
up 2 blocks up the street.
I always forget there's one there.
I haven't had a what's that fucking burrito you would get at Cotijas?
Oh, the El Grande.
Oh, dude, that shit was fucking
Bro, the one over there by my house now.
huge.
We're gonna say it? Nah, Sayulitas. They have a burrito. So my favorite one there is called what the fuck is it called? I don't know. It's basically like a double wrap, but they use 2 tortillas de harina, like the huge ones.
The big ass ones.
They use 2 of them, but they make a quesadilla like a mula, and they use that to wrap it.
Ooh.
So like yeah, but there's another one that's big. It's if you guys can see this, watch this. It's that big, huge.
Huge.
The Donald would be proud.
I need to take my girlfriend. I forgot about that.
You know, I've never had sayulitas. Like you guys always talk about it, but I don't
I
think
feel
I've
like
ever had
me
it.
and Ro always have it when we're just taking care of the kids.
That's
Yeah.
when we had the
When
hot
it's just you
Cheeto.
guys.
Yeah.
Was it cheese sticks or?
They had hot
Oh,
Cheeto. They
no,
had like a,
that's another one.
Oh,
That's
okay.
no, wasn't it Sayulitas? We used to
No,
have it a lot
They
at
have a
Temple.
burrito.
no, the burrito. You're talking about the hot Cheeto burrito. That was from another place by
Oh.
Castle Park High School.
But I think they do have a hot
But
Cheeto
they do.
burrito.
But they
Yeah.
the hot Cheeto burrito that we would get, it was like hot Cheeto
Like
dust.
dust, yeah.
This one they put actual hot Cheetos, but then they put too much, and it's like
It's
you're
like
eating
soggy,
tortilla
no?
with
Yeah.
hot Cheetos. Yeah, but
Still sounds pretty
cheaper
fire.
than the meat.
delicious, bro.
Well, the
It's
hot Cheetos
delicious.
are cheaper.
Have it.
I will.
Next time you come over, I'm gonna just order some.
Okay. I want to
gonna
try
take,
the
like, a
one you were
bite.
just talking about. I know.
Oh yeah.
But I do
We'll
want to
make
try
you take a
that one. We can
picture
share
with
it.
that. With I'll order both huge burritos, and I'll be like, "This is what I eat,
And he heats both
Hey,
of them.
dude, he does. I don't know how you put that shit down, bro.
bro." Now it's like I have to break it into 2 different times. Like I
2
just
meals?
can't. Yeah. I used to be able to like kill a huge ass burrito. Now it's like, damn.
Or like right now,
Yeah.
like Saturday, I'm gonna stop eating because then I'm gonna have to shit on the plane.
I'm gonna give you laxatives while you're not looking.
On your way back, you're
And,
like, here, take
and then
this.
you're gonna be like, "Why are you staring at me?" I'm gonna be like,
In Mazatlan, just
so it hasn't hit you
fucking
yet, dog?
cold sweats.
Imagine, dude, that's like Mario's worst nightmare.
My dad got mad at me. He's like, "You probably shouldn't be holding in your shit that long." And I was like, "I didn't do it on purpose."
Well, you did do it on purpose.
Well, yeah,
You
but-
held it on purpose.
We were talking about tips.
Oh
And,
yeah, How did we
wages.
get to it? Shitting.
Oh, I know. I don't know. But the wage thing is wild. I guess we'll
Yeah.
see. I don't think we'll see. I know we'll see price increases, but I don't think it's gonna be as crazy.
So $20
as
is starting. So how much is like a shift leader gonna get? Probably like
$20 with 40 cents.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Or like managers. So I remember one time how much time do we have? I feel like we've been going on forever.
No, we have
9 seconds.
Oh shit! Wait, hold on, Jesus, pause before I go on my rant.
Mario and I watched the Nick on Set. Is that what it's called? The
Quiet on Set.
Nickelodeon.
Oh, Quiet on Set.
Yeah, that one. We watched it yesterday.
Schneider.
Yeah.
Snyder?
I watched it.
Snyder. But it was way more about the other guy than it was
didn't-
about Schneider.
Schneider didn't piss me off as much as
I didn't
Brian
watch it.
Peck.
yeah.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Brian
The one
Peck.
that
That's like the actual the guy that raped
Graped.
Josh
Can we say that
He
word?
groped?
Campana. Josh Bell.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Grape.
Grape.
Jake.
Yeah, bleep that
What's
out.
his name?
Grape. Drake Bell.
Drake
Bell.
Bell. I was like, what the fuck is his name?
Oh, sweet.
So it was way more about Brian Peck than it was about Dan.
Well, it's because I
Schneider.
just watched like the first 20 minutes
Yeah.
of the first
we
episode.
binged
I
watched
was
the fuck out
expecting
of
it to be like all about Dan Schneider, and like yeah, I mean they talk about like how shitty he was and like that he like just profiled women and like there was no equality and stuff. But the parts that I thought were the worst were the other guy.
Yeah. Sad.
It was really sad. There was parts where I was like, "Fuck, dude!" Like,
Was
qué
because
culero.
the whole point I think was that Dan really didn't do anything like that extreme.
Yeah,
Allegedly, he was just more aggressive as a producer
Yeah.
/ whatever.
I do think it's really interesting that Amanda Bynes didn't come out to say anything, and the other guy from Drake and Josh.
Bro, but she a weirdo.
But do you think that's part of like why? Like
Nah, she's just being weird. Be
I
like
think
Demi
she- I
Lovato.
think it-
she
I
started
think it-
being weird, and then she noticed that this ain't the. She started coming back.
This ain't the
It's like,
vibe.
hey, yeah,
I
that
think
ain't
maybe
it. dog.
for Amanda Bynes, it just caused so much trauma in her life that she doesn't want to reopen that can. Like, I think it obviously affected everybody, but I think she's one of the ones that was like the
It
most
shows it on the
affected.
outside, you know. Like you could just take a look at her and know something's not right.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, hey, something's not right. I'm not even gonna ask you if you're okay. Like,
Yeah.
what's not?
Yeah.
like,
we were
where
watching
do you
that
wanna
yesterday, and I felt so bad when I like made fun of her on the podcast, and I was like, "Have you seen her? She looks fucking weird as fuck."
Oh, I don't remember you saying
Yeah,
that.
I even sent
we
like a
put the
picture.
picture
Well,
up.
it's because she does look weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But she looks like
Yeah.
this
This
is
is way
wrong.
before
like-
Yeah,
all
yeah,
of this.
you're
Like I
right.
was
Like,
just
yeah.
judging her based off of her. Like I thought she was having like a Britney Spears shave your head moment.
Yeah. Well, the one that tripped me out was I didn't never watch the shows that Ariana Grande was on. So like I never
Sam and
realized
Cat.
she was a Nickelodeon kid until like later in life that people would
Yeah.
say it, but I never saw her shows. But they would show clips on the show of like her laying on her bed basically, and like her head's hanging off of the bed and she's throwing water on herself, and it does look like extremely sexual. What, you don't remember that part?
Didn't I say that when we were talking about Dan Schneider the other day on the pod?
Oh, we talked about it
Oh, I
last
don't
time.
You
a
said
little
that
bit.
though?
Yeah,
but
and I
not-
said that it looked like cum shots,
Oh, but I
and
didn't
that it was
realize that the
Ariana
water
Grande
bottle.
pouring water on herself.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, there was other.
But I feel like if
it's
you
'cause there was an
sexualize
actual cum
it,
shot
then
one.
yeah, it's gonna look bad. But
But
I
it was
mean,
hard to visualize if we
Oh,
haven't
yeah,
seen
without-
it.
seeing
Okay,
it.
so that's what I told Mario yesterday. Is like I used to love the Amanda show. Like I really did enjoy watching it, and there was a lot of scenes that like now as an adult I see it and I'm like, okay, I can see how that's like sexualized. But as a kid, I thought it was funny as fuck. Like I didn't understand like the
yeah, like let's just say like they say like es que eres inocente. Like
Yeah.
you're not thinking about it like that.
Yeah, yeah,
now
yeah.
if they tell you like think about it like this, oh well, yeah, it looks
Yeah.
bad. I mean, but then again, we don't know what he actually meant by doing these scenes.
yeah.
Of course, it paints him in a bad light, but how do you? I mean, I
Or
don't
like-
know. I didn't watch it, so
Yeah.
so it's like, oh, like it's bad but you're showing us what it looks like. You're having people tell us, but doesn't it look like this? Well, yeah, but then technically you can make that for anything.
Yeah, so that's what the show, like how the show kind of puts it in perspective, is that they interview some parents, and one of the moms comes out and says, like, you know, I would watch it and I like would look around and be like, anybody else think this is weird? Like anybody else thinks this is sexualized? And like people would like make her feel like the weird one, or like she started second guessing herself and like thinking like okay maybe I am the crazy one, and like when her son's manager came back and told her like you just need to stop meddling, like nobody at Nickelodeon likes it, so then she like backed off for like her son's sake, and then later on like it came out that a bunch of things like were purposely sexualized, or he was like
Like referencing
abused in a
certain-
certain, like sexually abused in a certain way, you know? So I understand where you're coming from because that's what I thought
And
at
I'm not
first.
defending these guys.
No, I know,
So
no,
it doesn't
no,
come
no.
off like that.
I think watching the show really cleared that up for me because I kind of was like, well, like I told Mario, like as a kid, you don't think that that's, you know, like you're not
Yeah.
watching it as a kid and being, oh, that pickle looks like a dick.
Yeah.
You know, I get how like as an adult you would see that, but now like watching the show, you kind of understand that like he kind of did have a fetish and like at least it looks that way. But the Brian Peck one is the one that threw me off the most because this whole time I thought it was Dan Schneider. I didn't realize that it was this other guy. And like, he's the one that actually like,
And the other
committed
guy
the
too,
sexual
the one
abuse.
that sent an email to.
Oh yeah. the
oh
different
yeah,
minors.
that guy. He like
Forgot his
literally
name.
sent an
It was like
email
a PA. He sent
to
it
the girl,
to girls of himself
like
naked.
masturbating.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was another
Leak
one.
them. Did they leak them?
No, I don't think so.
I don't know. I thought it was really sad. I thought it was really, really sad. I did find it interesting that there was so many people missing, like bigger names missing, but I could see how maybe they just don't want to be
Part of it.
or
wanna
maybe there's
open up.
more seasons. Like maybe because there's only 4
My
episodes.
girlfriend told me that they're planning to add a 5th episode soon. I think next week.
Oh, so is it like on a weekly basis? Maybe.
it's
Kind of
ongoing.
not weekly, but like it's ongoing.
Okay. So maybe they'll start to come out. Yeah, because I did kind of feel like it ended, and I was like, oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Like I thought there was gonna be more. So I guess that makes sense that happened.
No, it's HBO. They take out week by week.
Yeah.
Once they see the money's right.
Yeah.
Talking about HBO, did you see the new trailers for the
House of Dragon.
House of Dragon?
It's coming back this year, next year.
This
I
year.
think
right?
this year,
This
June.
year?
Yeah.
It's coming up.
I've been looking
somebody
forward to
will.
that one.
And Last of
Porque
Us.
Homegirl was
They
fucking
ate
her
the
uncle, no?
they ate the baby boy on the dragon,
Oh.
Oh yeah.
and you see her all constipated looking at the camera.
We're gonna have to rewatch like the last episode
Yeah.
because I always forget. What
And then the
happens.
uncle and
Yeah.
the niece got married.
Yeah. If you guys haven't watched House of Dragons, watch that shit. Honestly, I was never into it, like into those type of shows, or like I never got into Game of Thrones, so I didn't think I was gonna like House of Dragons, and I got hooked. Like the first episode.
you guys seen
I was
Last of
Holy
Us?
shit. Yeah.
Last of Us. You should watch it.
Yeah.
It's
That's the
pretty good.
the zombie.
Yeah.
Zombie?
But it's pretty good.
But it's
Yeah.
less about the zombies and more about the characters.
Yeah.
Obviously, no one.
Well, no,
one
because
cares
like
about
let's
the
say like what
zombies.
was that other stupid zombie one? It wasn't stupid, but it was good
The
like
Walking
the first
Dead.
3 seasons.
Walking Dead.
And then it
now
got
it's
to
like
that
season 35,
Yeah,
and
Yeah,
they're
no.
like the
like
Fast and the
some
Furious.
dude that died is now here. It's like, yo,
How'd you get here?
It's like the Fast and the
I haven't
Furious
watched that one.
of zombies.
But it is pretty good. The first couple episodes are, well, I guess maybe they won't be hard for you, but they were hard to get through for me. Like they were fucking
Yeah, they have some
Brutal.
intense.
oh, brutal. I thought boring.
no, like
it's just-
gruesome. Like
Well, that's what we
gruesome.
were talking about. I forgot what podcast it was. That the Last of Us is actually a lot more
Realistic.
realistic because it's a fungus that could like live off of like
yeah.
So it just
random shit.
mutates.
yeah.
I think when we were watching it, something came out with like some kind of fungus in
Yeah.
like China or something. And I was like, no,
It's happening.
it's happening. But no, nothing happened.
So thank you, HBO.
yeah.
Yeah, hidden in plain sight.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Did you guys see all the shit talking that is happening with J-Lo right now? Did you see
With
it?
J Lo.
What'd she
Yeah.
say?
She brought out this. I think she's coming out with a tour. I think she just brought out a cassette,
A CD? An album?
an album.
A
Fuck.
cassette? What are we in
Holy shit.
1970?
Are you 1920, dog? What are you hoarding? She just brought up an album, but with the album, she brought out biography, not biography, videography. But basically, she's getting a bunch of shit because like she keeps on claiming, "Oh, I'm Jenny from the block," and like they asked her, "Is like, what's your?" You just got to go on TikTok and actually like see it. Like it's different, like actually telling you, but like they're giving her shit for like specifically these two because these are the ones that keep coming up on my TikTok. So they're asking her, "Is like, what was your go-to order at the bodega?" And she's all ham and cheese on a roll, with an orange drink, if you know, you know, and a small bag of chips. And they're going in on her. Like people from New York are like, this is the stupidest fucking order ever. Like
But is it an actual order? Like, can
it's
you
an
get that there?
like ham and cheese on a roll is an actual order. But what they're saying is that what constitutes a good order at a bodega is the customization. So it's not just the ham and cheese on the roll. It's like, do you want mayo? Do you want vegetables? Do you want it chopped up? Like, do you want cheese and shit like that? But she had the most basic order ever. And then she's like, if you orange drink,
Sounds
if you
like
know,
my
you know.
order.
And then people are going to a bodega and like, which orange drink, J-Lo? Is it a Sunkist? Is it a Sunny D? Is it like something else? And like they're grabbing like random ass drinks and they're like, which one is the orange drink? And they're somewhere and they pan over to like their friend and they're like, well, if you knew, you knew. And they're giving her shit because of that. And then there's this other scene where it looks like she's working out or finishing a workout. Y su pelo está de que esponjado a lo max. And then she's rubbing her hair and she goes, this just reminds me of like, and she's like leaning down like this. She's like, this just reminds me of like when I was like young, running through the block, getting into trouble. And like, it just looks so fake.
So forced.
Yeah, so forced. And I guess someone came out, I don't know how true this is, that was on the production team when they were filming that. And I guess that take of her saying that was like 12 takes. Like it took her 12 times in order to get that. And people from like the Bronx or people from New York are like, dude, J-Lo, we don't claim you. Stop saying you're from the block. What fucking block are you from? It's like, we don't go running up and down the block with our hair like that.
I had seen those, but she's also like getting shit talked by by people, like assistants and stuff of other celebrities. And so the one that I saw was this girl that was a celebrity she doesn't say who, right? Because she has an NDA or that already expired, but she didn't want to get sued. So she was like, I'm not going to say who, but like she was really close friends with J-Lo. And I guess like one day, so the girl admits that she was getting paid $90K a year for this assistant job. And she's telling you how like to be their assistant, it's like you give up your life. Like you have to be available 24/7. Like you don't have your own life. Like the pay should be good because like you basically are
giving up your life,
for them. And so I guess like J-Lo called while she was in the office and the celebrity answered and they were talking and she was like, oh, I'm actually looking for a new assistant. Like, how much do you pay them? And she was like, oh, I started her at $90K. And I guess she said like, those people shouldn't be getting paid more than $55. I pay mine $50. And what the girl was saying is that, the celebrity that she was an assistant to like was very wealthy, but not as wealthy as J-Lo. So her like perception was like, dude, like you have more money and like you're not willing to pay them more. And like, I guess she's a really difficult person to deal with. So she's like, and you're more difficult than like the person that I'm dealing with. So she just like starts putting her shit on blast. And I guess she like, it would get to the point where the celebrity would host dinner parties and like J-Lo would come over, but J-Lo wouldn't allow like the help at the dinner parties, and that she would like get upset if she knew that anybody else was like in the house. So then the other celebrity would send the chefs and her assistant and like whoever was there to a house that was like 6 miles away from where they were. So if they needed anything, they were still close enough to like come back to help. But if that was the case, like they had to be really quiet and like incognito, so J-Lo would never find out that like they were in the house.
I have heard that she's like leave this out.
Like
I had heard that she's a bitch.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, I've never liked her.
Huge, like.
So like this is just reinforcing how I felt
I've never
about
liked
her.
her either.
she's a what?
Bitch. Read my lips.
Like I was never interested in her. Like I thought she was like just kind of snobby and like como que sí le agarraba ese aire. And now that everybody's like coming out and saying their stories of like their experiences, I'm like, damn, she's under like some hot shit right now.
Yeah, no, I mean nunca me caí. Como la conozco. A mí nunca me cayó bien, güey. Cuando llegó a la casa.
But you get the vibe.
Yeah, like she just seems fake. Like she's trying to claim Latino, but she's like, I don't know. Like it's just like nadie le respalda, ni los gringos, ni los Latinos.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
So she's not from the block.
like I never knew what she was like good at.
The
Was
block
she
don't
an
claim her.
actor or a singer more?
I think singer, no?
I don't know.
She was more of a singer.
I guess.
I've only heard one song of hers. It's the one,
And it's
that
the
she's
Selena
wearing,
remake.
the silver.
Oh, that's what she got. That's what she blew up for when she was Selena.
Selena.
And,
Oh yeah, I know that. But see, I know that she's had a couple of other movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
But-
are never the greatest. But
She just got famous
I
for
don't know,
being
man.
Mark Anthony's wife.
Because she got that fat butt.
yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought because right now we were talking about
Well, it's funny. There's a clip where she's like walking through the block, and then I guess she like walks by her like childhood home, y está un viejito que pues vive allí, y le dice J-Lo like stops in front of the house, and there she's like admiring, and then the old guy's like, "Who are you?" And then she's all, "I used to live here. That used to be my room up top." And then the old guy was like, "Okay, but who are you?" And then she's all, Jennifer Lopez. Y como que se le queda viendo que, "Yeah, but who are you?" I'll send it to you guys. It's pretty funny. But, what?
No.
Who?
Huh?
Who, what, when, where, and why?
I mean,
What the fuck?
Never seen
she's just gonna have to go.
That's from Spy Kids.
Oh.
She's gonna to get some credibility. She's gonna have to go to a bodega and get exactly what she
What
would
she
get
would
and be
order?
like, "This is what I meant."
I just saw it too. Because I just remembered the scene right now. The girl that flies in with her
Oh yeah.
helicopter.
I fucking love Spy Kids.
Yeah, no, it's the finger people. I don't know which one that one is.
The thump thumps.
The thumb, yeah.
This is the second one.
Thump thumps.
Yeah. How much
And
time
did
do
you know that
Y'all watched
guy
camera?
is married to
13
Megan
minutes.
Trainor?
Wait, which one?
Judy
Really?
Cortez is married to Megan Trainor.
Really?
I used to be so proud of the fact that their last name was Cortez. Fun fact. I felt like a Spy
Was it
Kid.
Judy?
Oh my
and
God.
Cartman?
Anyways, hold on.
Mario thinks he's a Spy Kid.
Did I press record on that one? Yeah, I did, right?
Yeah.
Damn it, Mario! You always fuck.
Yeah. Takes so long to get situated
Leave me
after a
alone.
break. All right, guys. We are back, and we're back with Comadreando. Yay. Oh, no, I should have said, Jesus, drop it.
1, 2, 3.
You just got to play it in your head for a while.
Manda tu chismecito.
Raul's gonna add on to our jingle. We're gonna get a jingle 2.0. If you guys didn't look at our new cover art, go look at it because
It's sick.
it includes Raul now.
I've also ate like 10,000 calories worth
Bro.
of candy today.
I
Yeah, you
ate
need to
2 of
stop.
them because I saw that 3 of them was like 200 calories. I was like, what the fuck?
They're so
yeah.
good.
Totally worth it.
I know they are good. Though.
Yeah, they are good. They're really good. All right, we're back.
I spiked up my glucose for sure.
Yep, you did. Okay. We have an update on the suegra living with them. Remember that one?
Oh, finally.
Where they were like, my suegra's living with us. What do you guys think? All right. Hi, update on my suegra living with us. Well, she's still here only until the end of April. Then my husband and his siblings have decided to rent her a studio. She moved in with us because no one can stand living with her, and well, I can't do it anymore. I feel bad, but all her kids had a talk with her, and she agreed that it's best. Well, that's good. At least you guys talked with her and didn't just like throw
Kick
her
her out.
out, you know? Like, I think that's nice.
Victor.
And I think that as long as she... Oh, sorry. Was it me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My bad. I think that as long as like you guys still visit her and like see her and stuff, you know, like don't abandon her. But
Sigue invitada a la carnita asada?
yeah, like invite her over for dinner once in a while. But I
How
think you
old is
guys
your
need
suegra?
that separation.
Kind of want to know.
Okay.
Like, is she on the older side? Because you know how, like, some old... I mean, I'm assuming she's Latina, but, like, they're, like, a little annoying.
Yes, I know what you mean.
All right. Well, thank you for that update. It was nice. I'm glad you guys all came to an agreement that she just needed to move out, especially like that she came to that agreement as well.
Steal her ring. Remember that one story that we had where...
Oh, they threw the
they
ring
threw
in the
ring
canyon.
into the canyon?
I know you weren't here yet, but there was
That was
this
this
girl,
was like a beginning of Comadreando.
yeah, where she was like over their shit, and I guess the suegra was like meddling in the relationship, but the guy was
This huge mama's boy or
was like a
something.
mama's boy, yeah, and so she was just over it, and so one day she was over there, and she saw that the suegra had left her wedding
marriage
ring
ring?
like
On the
on
counter
the
or
counter,
some
and she
shit.
grabbed it. She got like really mad that day or something, and broke up with the guy, and she grabbed the ring and threw it in the canyon.
Damn. That's what's up then.
Savage,
Yeah. All right. Next. Hi, guys. I'm going to Coachella for the first time this year. Any tips? So many. it's gonna be cold as fuck.
Hydrate.
So
Hydrate.
take a sweater.
What kind of tips? Like just any tips?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just said any tips.
Yeah, take those emergency blankets, like
Yeah,
the firefighter
like the
ones.
foil ones?
The foil ones that like roll up super thin.
If you don't want to be like they also sell locker or rent lockers. So like rent a locker ahead of time if you don't want to be carrying like a sweater around. But honestly,
That line is the longest.
Yeah, but the last couple of years that we've been, it's been really cold at night. Like it's really hot during the day, but at night it gets.
It got really windy.
cold.
Do they let you take those energy
Yeah.
gels? Dude, take those. 'Cause
Yeah.
There's like a point where you hit a wall.
Yeah, definitely hydrate. Drink a lot of water. Any stand that you see with like water or I don't personally like to refill my water bottles there. The water kind of grosses me out. Like the areas look dirty, so like I don't like to
Drink
use
Suero
them.
before you go.
Yeah,
But-
so
But I
Yeah.
think water's like always like $2 anyways, no?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're not
it's
that
pretty cheap.
expensive. So we definitely, Bao and I definitely don't eat a lot while we're there because it's like, it's getting to be like California prices in there.
It's really expensive, like their
stupid
food and
expensive
stuff.
for the food.
Yeah,
But-
we eat, but
Yeah, no, we
not
eat,
like
yeah, not a lot.
crazy amounts.
Snack it there, here and there's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do snack.
The lemonades. Oh, I love their lemonades.
we
If you like
definitely-
lemonade, get a lemonade.
We definitely do take liquid IVs.
Yeah.
This year we're taking Te Salud.
Yeah, I would say take some sueros, drink a lot of suero and a lot of water. I don't know how old you are, but like this
Take
last
drugs.
time that we went, I definitely stocked up on all my vitamins.
Yeah.
And like,
Viejita.
yeah, but it helped. And it helped my recovery from all the days, honestly.
It's probably like 18.
If you're
well,
going,
that's why I don't know how old they are.
Bao has a rule that every time she sees a water stand,
I
she
buy
buys
one.
one.
Oh,
Even
okay.
if like we don't need one, like
Just
'cause-
have it.
And I am
Yeah.
carrying them all of them, but I have
No,
like
because we never end up with a ton because we drink them.
yeah. So she'll buy like this, for example, like this time around, she'll buy like two, like one for her, one for me.
Mm-hmm.
So
Or
like
give
if
them
I
away.
have a full one, I'll chug that one and then keep that one in my back pocket.
Yeah.
But then you have to go to the bathroom.
but then you guys would share. I remember you guys would share with me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like if anybody around us needs water, that's why I like to have it.
Yeah, I do, but I've gotten pretty good at like at least for the festivals, timing my
Holding
peas.
it in.
Yeah.
No, I will piss myself.
No.
But let's say for example, it's like okay, if these next 3 hours are like, let's say for example,
set.
Yeah, it's Karin Leon and then Bizarrap and Peso Pluma, right? And like that order. I won't drink water an hour before
Okay.
Yeah.
the first set.
There's definitely a strategy
There's
to
a
it.
science to it.
It's like taking
Jesus
sips.
peed in a bottle one time and just threw it in the crowd.
Bro, you used to see those walking out of the crowded places like on the ground. Like
And yeah, also like Mario and I don't necessarily camp out at the stages. Like I'm definitely like I stay in the back. I like to enjoy it from the back. If it's someone
sorry.
I stay in the
to
back of
Bao's
the
mom.
stage. But if it's somebody that I really want to see, like I will make my way up to not all the way to the
We'll go
front.
to like the middle,
Yeah.
a quarter to the stage.
Or like if there's nobody playing around a certain time, and I'm like, okay, I'll camp out for this person. But like definitely not rail riding. I don't enjoy that at all. It's not my cup of tea. But Jesus does like that. So if you are the kind of person that likes to do that,
The trick is going to the opposite end of the entrance. So, for example, last time I went, the Sahara tent, to get there, you go in from the left side.
That was
The
a really
trick
good hack.
is to go around to the right side of it, where it's the back end, where there's less people over there, because there's less people walking in. It's just more.
that makes sense. Yeah.
And you can get closer without worrying about too much traffic going through.
Yeah.
Plus, it was closer to the bathrooms.
Oh, that is. It's way
Oh,
closer
yeah.
to the bathroom.
Same thing with like the main stage. If you go to the opposite end, it's less crowded
That's
than
smart. There
actually
you go.
where people mostly walk in through.
There's a really
And
good
one
tip.
more tip also is if you're going with people, you're gonna have bad reception. So from the very beginning, make sure you point out a meetup spot for the very end.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be an actual specific spot, not just like, oh, let's just meet around here.
like
It's
this pole or
this
something.
specific pole at the end of the night, and
Like
we're
we
gonna
always say the Ferris wheel.
and we're gonna
Buy
be
the
here,
fucking Ferris wheel.
and I'm not gonna leave till everyone's here.
Yeah. I actually saw. I don't know if it was Coachella Angel that posted this or if I just saw a random TikTok where somebody said, like, when you text someone, add the time that you text them to the text
Oh, I think
message.
it was him. Yeah.
Because sometimes, like, the
Yeah,
service
you
is
lose
so
reception.
bad. So, like, say Mario, like, it's all four of us and, like, we lose you guys and you guys are together and I'll text Jesus at 6:02. So then I'll put that at the end because then you guys might not get it until, like, 6:40. And then they're like, oh, you're probably not there anymore. Or
Yeah.
something,
Makes
you know?
sense.
So I thought that was a really good tip. Eat breakfast. I would say eat your breakfast for sure. Just like kind of stock up on all that at the beginning of the day because your
Invite
day
your
is just gonna
handicap
go by
friends
so
because
fast.
the parking, handicap parking is clutch.
It was a long walk though.
It was,
I
but
thought
not
I
as
still
long
felt,
as
but
the
no, I
normal.
guess not as long as the normal one. What else? What else?
Definitely hydrate if you're taking vitamins. Not that we're condoning taking vitamins at said events.
Oh,
Supplements, party enhancers.
Enhancements?
Definitely hydrate. I think that's the
Yeah,
key.
so much
hydrate,
hydration.
hydrate, because it's a long day. You don't realize it, but you're walking a shit ton.
Yeah.
The
Also,
sun's just beating you.
Yeah.
The whole
Yeah.
time.
don't spend your money on alcohol because you're never gonna get drunk. It's so fucking hot during the day. It's one really expensive.
Unless you have the money to drop.
Yeah.
Unless you
yeah.
have the money to drop it. Yeah. I think the two places that I do enjoy having a drink is the Heineken tent. And that one's really cool. That's a really good tent to hang out in if you want to cool off because they have like little
Fans.
fans and the
the
mixers. Yeah. And the vodka one, the absolute vodka
Absolute
one.
tent.
Yeah. So that one's kind of fun if you go early. There's some days that I like to go like earlier in the day como para aprovechar todo el día. And that's one of the tents that I like going into because they normally have a really good DJ and they have their drinks and they're like pretty good drinks. But I just feel like if you're spending your time at the beer gardens, like you're just spending a bunch of money, you're kind of wasting the day that you could like be roaming around because there's a lot to see.
There's a lot.
A
And
lot of art installations.
that's what I was going to say. Is
random DJs.
It's like Coachella is that one time a year. And this is why I love it so much is because the genres are so vast. And like you get to experience a lot of different people. Different genres, I mean. And then, whoa, pause. And the festival in itself just has so much to take in.
Yeah.
So genuinely take that time to just disconnect. Take your videos, obviously, take your Instagram
You're
pictures
gonna
and shit
disconnect
like
because
that,
there's no service.
But genuinely don't worry about your phone. Like if you don't have signal, don't worry about getting signal. Just genuinely enjoy it. Enjoy the vibe. You're there. You don't have any signal. You're there hopefully with people that you really vibe with and enjoy. And just take the time to like enjoy new artists and enjoy the festival. If there's someone that you don't know, go and actually like listen to their set. Sometimes there's really amazing artists that are super small on the headline, but they're actually really good. I mean, they're invited for a reason.
Yeah.
And if you really just don't want to, just enjoy the festival. Like go out and explore. I think that's something that we've done these past few years is just going out and exploring everything that's around. Like just don't wait for the artists that you want to see because that's not the point. For me, that's not the point for Coachella. Like if you want to wait for an artist, wait for them to go on tour.
Yeah.
Like this is a festival where you get to enjoy and meet people and see the art installations and the different tents. So like actually enjoy the festival for what it is because it's actually a very beautiful place to be.
Also, shout out Ozzy. Don't put sunscreen on your face. It's not for your face.
Yeah.
One of our friends put sunscreen that wasn't like face sunscreen on their face and they were sweating and it got into their eyes and we had to like do some 911 surgery on him.
Yeah, some
Mario
emergency.
squirted water in his eyes.
And if you need more survival tips, follow the homie Coachella Angel. He has some
great
pretty
tips.
good survival tips on his page.
And
Have
there's always a speakeasy every year.
Oh yeah, there is. That's
So
true.
just keep an eye on that.
Yeah. Have fun. Just enjoy it. Honestly, it's a great time as long as you're enjoying it. And if you're going with people that are complicated, just like,
Leave them alone.
yeah, just
Ditch 'em.
You can do it on your own.
do your thing. There's so much and people are always so nice. Like I feel like you could easily make friends. I don't know. Just have fun. It'll be a good time. I'm excited. I'm excited to go back. I was working for a very toxic boss a few years back. After a heated work discussion, I decided to quit on the spot. But since I work remote, I had to go turn in all my work equipment. The day I took it in, I took a cup of my pee and spilled it on his office carpet when he wasn't there. That felt so nice.
Beach.
What the fuck? Was this you?
Bro, that's sick.
That's some shit Mario would do as fuck, but he didn't even go. I know it wasn't him because he gave his equipment to someone else. But
That's something
What the
I
hell?
would have wanted to do.
You
Isn't
nasty,
that like
but that's cool.
Isn't that like a biological attack?
Is
I mean, it's kind of hazardous.
Yeah, it's like you're throwing infection at someone, right? You could essentially infect someone.
At least it was on the carpet and all over his desk.
Oh, well, like,
Imagine.
let's just like throw it on someone, right? That would be
like that.
Yeah, I think so. But
Let me know
like,
where you work. I'll go give a
go
business
clean
card.
clean the carpet.
Just show us
Dude,
like, it
that's
smells like
hilarious.
pee.
Yeah. Hey, congratulations to you though for doing
Yeah.
that. Cause fuck that boss.
Quit your job 2024,
That's the vibe.
right? Babe?
Yes, baby, you're next. How about you post some comadreandos?
I know. Is it wrong that I am attracted to my girlfriend's best friend more than my girlfriend? Let's be real. It's not like I can break up with her and start dating her friend without causing drama too.
damn. Do it.
Do it.
They
But
both at the same time.
Yeah, what if they're that kind of best friend?
That fucking sucks.
That's
I don't even
crazy.
know
You're
what to
more
say.
attracted. You're more attracted to her. But if is it mutual? Have you guys ever talked about it?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Because I mean, if you guys have talked about it and it was like, yeah, if she wasn't here, I think I'd be with you.
Yeah.
But would you?
No.
Like if that was
What? I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's not that it's wrong. The law of attraction, you're just attracted to her. But like,
does it say best friend?
yeah,
best friend.
that just really sucks. Like, because imagine, like, I assume she doesn't know, right? But like now you hang out with her and her best friend all the time, and this whole time
You
you're
just
just
wanna
sitting there thinking about
Be
the
toxic.
best friend.
Tell your girlfriend that she was throwing that ass at you. They're gonna stop being friends because that's what girls do. They fight. They never make up, and then you can go date her. Solved it.
Yeah.
Do good workaround.
Listen, if you're
is.
not attracted to your girlfriend, leave your girlfriend.
Oh, that part.
I mean,
He didn't say he wasn't attracted to her. He was
That's true, he
more
didn't say.
attractive to.
But like, okay, fuck. Just shut up. Just move on with your life. I don't know what to tell you. Don't say anything. Say something. I don't know.
but no, that's hard because like, how do you just be like, hey,
Well, no, like
I'm
you
not-
wouldn't. You either break up with your girlfriend to not be in this situation
not
for
be
the
with
rest of
either
your
of them?
life. Yeah, go find
beat
someone
your
else you're
meat?
more attracted to.
Damn, that's crazy though.
Cause yeah, I
But he
mean,
didn't
that's
say he
just-
wasn't attracted.
No,
to
he
no,
didn't.
said
Okay.
he was
More attractive.
Can you
more than more.
elaborate? Are you
Is
attracted?
it like a
to-
physical attraction?
Yeah,
I'm
like-
assuming
Is it-
it's physical.
It's got to be a physical thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be. Yeah.
Well,
Maybe elaborate a little bit more on
Yeah.
your story.
Is it
That's true. It
physical
could be
attraction
like-
or is it like a mental thing that it's just like, you know, that those people that are attracted to
is
the,
mentally is
the
is,
smartness?
is what
Uh-huh.
is I don't know how to put this into words because
See, not that. That's not what I'm talking about.
is being physical a lot worse than like mentally cheating. So you know how like they say like women cheat more mentally than physically and men cheat more physically than mentally, right?
I don't think mentally is a word, but I understand.
You know what I'm saying. You know my thought
Emotionally.
process.
Emotionally.
There we go. You're smart. I guess they're both.
I think they're equally as bad. They're
Bad.
just different. Here's the thing. It's one thing being attracted to someone. I think like you can never just be attracted to one person. Like that is just the norm, right?
What the
I see all of a sudden, right? All of a sudden.
Hey, yo,
No.
what the
No,
You going to Guadalajara? We ain't going nowhere.
I could fucking throw you under the bus right now. No, I just think that it's natural for people to find other people attracted. Like
Yeah.
you find Becky G attractive, and
It's
I'm
only
not
human natural.
like that is natural. I think what sucks is that it's the girl's best friend because you know she's constantly in the life. Like if it was a friend that would like come around once in a while, like cool. But like I guess also like how attracted are you to the girl? Like is it just like, oh, she's hot? Admitting like, okay, there are hot people in this world and you're just admitting that she's hot and maybe she has bigger boobs than your girlfriend and you find that attractive or whatever. But like, are you attracted to the point where like you're around her and you can't act normal? Or are you just, oh, she's hot?
What happens if like they're physically and emotionally attracted?
Well, then you're cheating at that point. Move on. Leave your girlfriend.
How is that?
He didn't even grab her
Yeah.
hips.
He didn't look at her.
Because you're now more attracted to someone else than you are to your girlfriend. And yes, even though you can find other people attractive, at the end of the day, your girlfriend should be the one that encompasses it all for you, and you're the most attracted to, whether it's physically, emotionally, like whatever the connection is. Like at the end of the day, she should be the one that matters and the one you're attracted to the most. He says he's.
But what if he met his girlfriend first, and then he later met the friend?
It's the same thing. It doesn't take away from it. He's more attracted to the girl than his girlfriend. So that already is bad. Like at the end of the night, that's bad. It's a bad case waiting to happen.
It's like meeting like the girls when they meet the friend group and they realize that they got the ugly one.
Yeah.
Why you laughed a little too hard?
Or that thing that got famous now that, wait, you're not the leader?
What do you mean? I'll just go with the flow.
Anyways, it's wrong. That's what they asked. So I'm saying.
Slide into her DMs.
And show your girlfriend. If she finds out, it's like, it was a test. I knew she was.
I just wanted to see how loyal her friend was.
La mamada. Moving on. We're not 18 years old anymore, guys.
La mama.
All right. Hi, Comadre Pau. So I've been tuning in for a while now, and it's taken a lot of courage to write this, only because it's a bit embarrassing that I did this for someone. But I had a boyfriend that had a throw-up fetish. He would ask me to be on top when we had sex and to make myself throw up on him while writing.
Damn.
It was honestly the most disappointing thing I have ever done. To this day, I can't throw up, or if I even remotely smell throw up, I'm just reminded of the lowest point in my life.
Rusty showers.
Honestly, though, like, don't feel like it was the lowest point of, unless that
It was the
relationship
lowest
was,
point of your
no,
life.
because some people just have weird fetishes, and truthfully, like,
Hey, you were willing to do
sexually,
I was gonna say that. Like,
You were willing to
props
do
to
it.
you for
Yeah.
doing it.
yeah, and like maybe that's what would fulfill him sexually. Okay, cool. Like, what is your fetish? Ask him to do it. But like,
He reverses it.
ew. But I mean, it's gross. Like, it's not a fetish that I'm into, right? I'll give you that. But
That's
I feel like when it comes to
someone.
like,
That sucks that I eat.
well, yeah, because it's not your fetish. I mean, that is a weird fucking fetish.
Fucking
Right in
rib
the
shot.
gut.
What's the one where
Liver
like
shot.
where they pee on you? What is that
Golden
called?
showers.
Golden showers. This one was what?
I just said rusty shower, but that could be the poopy one too.
The pooping one.
Oh, I
poop on
heard
someone?
of that.
Ones,
Yeah.
Really? Oh, that's so gross.
Like Amber Heard.
Yeah.
Then she she pooped
Oh,
on
but
the
she
bed.
pooped on his
Just
bed.
shit on the bed. Nasty bitch.
But I don't know.
I don't think that you should look at this as the lowest point of your life, unless the relationship was really bad and like you obviously other things involved. But if it was just because you were,
Hey, you were willing to do it for him.
because you were satisfying a sexual fetish, like, no, don't talk to yourself like that.
Props
it is kind
to
of
you
gross. Though.
for that.
For doing it.
But-
yeah. Because you could have said no.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what if he was like, all right, well, then I'm going to go cheat
yeah.
with someone that will.
Yeah,
Yeah, she was open to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did it. You tried it. You didn't like it.
You go, girl. Or
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, she said boyfriend, and we don't know.
Yeah.
Nowadays, we can't make assumptions.
whatever
He would ask me
you
to be on top. Yeah, I guess.
identify as.
It doesn't say,
Or
but
you
I
are.
think it's a girl.
Whatever
But we're
genitalia
gonna
you
say
have.
you're a girl.
This is going
Yeah.
wrong for me.
Shut up.
There you go.
Yeah.
But props to you, truly, for delivering what he wanted. I hope you're in a relationship that has.
I want to ask a question. Would he
Regular.
make you eat like big foods before?
Oh.
I just want to know now.
Okay, so I had a not. This is gonna tie in eventually. So I had a coworker, era hermana, and he would like tell me about like his adventures. Era gay. It's 'cause Raul looked
that's
hella
what you
confused.
meant. I was like,
and then he was like, "Yeah, hey,
Huh.
this guy I'm gonna go like hook up with, but like I have to prep like a day or two before."
No, like a booty hole.
Yeah, and at first I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about, and then he explained it to me, and I was like, "Oh, you got to prep."
Yeah,
So this.
that's a thing.
Yeah,
though,
it's the same thing. Like, would he take you to all you can eat Korean barbecue mana?
Or did you just drink a bunch of water and it was just all?
You would eat
No,
some,
I
just
would
a
assume
bunch
it's
of,
like
fast
chunky
food.
throw up.
you
It has
drink
to be fast
drink
food.
some Coke, and then you take some Mentos,
and you just squirt at him like a broken soda dispenser.
That's a lot of prep work. Like, you definitely had to put like towels on the bed.
Yeah. Well, oh yeah. What was the prep work? Like, was the plastic under you guys?
Like, did you just know
Wow,
when you
you
were
guys
going
have
into
so
the
many
room?
questions.
bro. I mean, hey.
Yeah, it goes so like the.
So we're not
like
we're not shaming her.
No,
Now we're just
I know,
curious.
you're just curious, yeah.
Like the guy that married the chick with the two heads.
Oh my God,
Dude,
did you
He
guys
gets
see
his
that?
ass eaten and sucked off at the same time.
What he thought
Yeah,
of. I didn't think about
it's just
that.
so many questions. So there was a funny TikTok where it's like,
It's pretty funny.
like, what if the other one gets a boyfriend or gets married? And then he's like, oye, vieja. Uno viene del trabajo, es like, oye, vieja, hoy tengo ganas de... And then she's like, no, lo siento. Hoy le toca a mi cuñado. And it's like, well, how do you...
And then he was like, ¿qué pasa si sale embarazada? ¿Qué le dices a tu hijo? Es tu tía. Técnicamente es su mamá, pero es tu tía. Like,
Las dos te
what?
parieron, pero esta, la de la izquierda es de tu mamá.
Es la que quería.
Yeah. And it's
I
like,
don't know.
imagine like...
And like, did he marry both? Or because he only
Yeah.
kissed one of the girls in the video.
It's crazy. So like, apparently, so when they were in university...
Have you seen this?
I don't.
I just saw the picture.
Yeah,
The headline.
haven't
so I
seen
saw
it.
a TikTok, but
Oh,
I don't know
I'm
if it was
sure
a full video,
you-
so
But I
maybe
can
he kissed the other
imagine.
one
So
later.
when they went to school, they went to university, and I guess they paid for 2 tuitions. But
Fuck
but then
they have to take the same classes.
but then at work, they're only paying them for one salary.
The one that was super crazy to me was when he was like, ¿las dos se duermen al mismo tiempo? O duermen...
Like, una's despierta.
Una
y la
despierta
otra-
y una dormida.
Hey,
And then
that's
he
it.
was
There's a
like,
lot of valid
pueden ser
questions.
troqueras. Imagínate, pueden llegar de Nueva York a San Diego en 2 días.
And then
It's
like I don't
yeah.
know, like to me the sexting is just very like
What if she's not in the mood?
yeah, like what if she's not in the mood? Like is it rape? Like what if
And the other one does want it?
grape? Sorry, what if it's a grape? Like what if like they're getting down and dirty and like she's giving him like the old pepper.
I don't
cracked
know, it's
pepper,
weird.
and
Yeah,
then the
one's like this.
sister's just
And
there.
the other one's just slapping into the butt crack. Because he got in between them.
You know Netflix is already coming out with the show.
Because you know how they come out like a Y, right?
Yeah.
Like he just like gets like that. And then like the other one's just slamming into his ass cheeks.
You guys
so
suck.
but for this girl, I want to know your prep work.
Okay.
Did he make you eat a lot before sex? And then would you guys like lay down plastic? Like,
Raúl has
like
questions.
Dexter style, you
Did
know?
he
Please
have
answer.
a preference on where?
Or he would.
And what he
Yes.
wanted.
Oh, okay, because she was on
She
top.
was on top,
Or
yeah.
he was on top.
He would
No, she was
force her
on
to
top.
throw up. He'd be like,
Give her the fucking, what was it? Is it rusty trombone?
yeah, the rusty trombone. That way it just gives her the.
Oh.
What is it? The dirty Chewbacca?
All right, girl. Don't feel bad about yourself.
Nah, we like you.
Yeah, you're a trooper.
You-
You're a real trooper.
You did it for
You
your man.
delivered. You
Send Comadre
delivered.
Pao DM. We'll send you some merch.
All right, moving on from this because the guys could go on forever. This one says, I think this is for the guys. Is it a turnoff when girls cuss?
No.
No.
I mean, depends, like excessively,
bad?
like crazy, but like if they just say a cuss word,
Yeah, no, for me, no.
I think it's surprising.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
It's like, hey.
You're like, I-
Like when Pao like will say something and she like says fuck or something and it's like, oh yo, chill, man.
Like what's that? There's a video. It's like, what's your favorite cuss word? Fuck.
What
No,
about
I
you?
don't think. I think if it's excessive, I think for anybody it could be a turn off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, if it's like if you're constantly like if it's in your vocabulary like every other 2 words.
Or like super, like not gruesome,
Yeah.
but like
Agresivo,
como vulgar. Ajá,
Yeah.
como vulgar.
Yeah, like Sarai tells me like, hey, you're cussing too much. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's vulgar. Yeah.
Like there's a
Yeah.
line. There's a thin line.
I agree.
Okay, good, because I cuss a lot. Este es un debate en nuestra casa. ¿Quién se come las tapas de los panes de barra? So I'm going to translate that for anybody who doesn't speak Spanish. It's a debate in their house, and they want to know who eats the ends of the bread, of the loaf of bread. Right? The ends?
Yeah, the ends.
I do not.
So
Is this a
I know
debate in
who-
your house?
Yeah, this is a debate at my house.
For some reason,
I
I
was
had
The
a
way he
feeling.
looked like
I
he
was
was
like,
ready for
this
this.
So she doesn't eat them. Like she'll take off the top one, and then we'll eat the whole stack. And at the end of there's like 2 ends of the bread at the bottom. So what I did this last time that Emma, my daughter, asked for a peanut butter and jelly bread,
You made it from those.
I did it, but I inverted it. So I
Oh,
put it
okay.
on the tapa. I folded it so it looks like just a regular bread. And she ate it like normal.
Yeah.
But she has returned a tapa back to me if I just give her it and she sees that it's the tapa. Like from the outside, she's like, yo, what the? And she's like, nah, I don't want it. And yeah, she didn't eat it.
Okay, well, you outsmarted her because
Yeah.
you turned it around. I don't eat them. I leave them and I throw them away.
Damn.
When Mario comes back, we'll let him chime in.
I eat them.
You eat them?
Yeah.
I just eat them. I really
bread.
like them with like peanut butter because I like to eat a lot
It's
of
just
rebanadas.
toasty, right?
Yeah, well, not to even toasted, just like the end with peanut butter, and I fold it and I just eat it like that. Mine is always wheat bread, so I don't know, I like it.
Yeah. I guess there's something about, okay, so like I don't take the crust off, but I don't love the crust. Like I'll eat it, you know? So I feel like the ends taste like a
It's
bunch
all
of crust. So that's why I personally don't eat them. But
I like that was really loud, huh?
yeah.
I like toasting them with like some mayo or some like
But
butter.
do you put something
Some
else on it?
margarina. No, but I like making like
Mantequilla.
Just butter toast.
some toast with it. Or like I'll put like a piece of jamon with
Yeah, you eat them. You eat everything.
Yes, I
God.
do. I eat all the ends.
So try to outsmart them. If your girl doesn't like them, make her sandwich, just invert them. And it looks like normal bread unless she opens it.
I would hella know.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, because you could tell like
everything. It's a
But
little
I could see
curved,
how
yeah.
the kids would be like,
Yeah,
oh,
the
Unless you
kids
melt the cheese on it, then you can't take the cheese
no,
off.
because it's like got that curve.
it does, yeah.
to
When I was younger, I didn't like it. But growing up, I was just like, oh,
Just bread.
yeah. And I just make it extra like
And I don't want to waste food.
filthy.
Yeah, for real.
Kids in Africa are starving.
What did I say the other day? We went down the rabbit hole of the mosquito burgers.
Oh my God.
That's a topic for next week.
Yeah. Did you guys know mosquito burgers exist?
Mosquito burgers.
You see, they didn't know either.
Like a burger made out of mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Kind of like crickets.
Just
That's
mosquitoes.
an easy way to get really sick. Don't they just drink blood all day?
That's what I said. But apparently, the less fortunate have to eat this delicacy because they consider it a
They
delicacy.
considered it.
I mean, they're cooking it too. No?
I think so. So we'll talk about it next
Yeah.
one. That's gonna derail us too far. I think this one's for the guys, unless I'm understanding it wrong. It says, "What are some non-negotiables for a guy?"
We'll do both. Like
You have to be a girl.
Okay, you have to be a girl.
non-negotiables.
Well, at least I'm guessing for us, right?
You can't
S3.
drive a Nissan Altima
06,
black.
08 and lower.
And
Hey,
your,
stop hating on the Nissan Altima.
and your window tint can't look purple.
Oh,
Or have bubbles on it.
Your paint can't look faded.
But it's just in anything, no?
Yeah.
yeah, like just your non-negotiables.
Okay.
I think for me it's more
Like
like
they
a,
non-negotiables is like they have to
like have these qualities. Yeah.
Where they can't be doing certain shit. Right?
Clean toenails. The white toenails.
Oh,
French tip.
You
bro,
like
I
French
always
tip?
have white
Yeah.
toenails.
That's some PPP energy right there.
What is PPPP?
What did I say? That was pretty pussy energy. PPE.
Non-negotiable.
Yeah, I say girly colors. Like if they have the pink, the red.
The nudes.
Yeah.
That's what you
And
like.
the nudes.
No. Oh, well, yeah.
No, I think for me, and definitely it revolves more around like your values more than the physical traits. So like the way you act around people, how you carry yourself, the way you act around my family and my niece. For me, my niece is the biggest one. That was actually like one of the reasons it didn't work out with one of my exes was because of the way they acted around my family. It was like no eran de que they weren't really open and like they weren't really like cool with the girls, or like the girls would come up to them and play with them and it was kind of like ski ski or like it's just the way you carry yourself really.
Yeah.
Like I think that's a non-negotiable for me, because I guess at the end of the day tu pareja es una reflexión tuya, you know. So I think it's just kind of like I'm really open with a lot of people. Like I could meet your family one day and like instantly be part of your family. But I'm a very open person. I'm not saying everybody needs to be super open. That's just the way I am and the way I carry myself. But it's like, if you don't carry some of those qualities in your life, to me, it's kind of like, well, I don't want to be with someone that's like super shy and like super sheltered. And like, I don't want to get along with them because I don't know them type of deal.
Okay. Jesus.
I was gonna say.
I just love my girlfriend and everything that she
Pam
does.
is just perfect.
Oh, Pam loves everything about me.
I was gonna say viscos, but
Viscos?
Viscos.
Damn. Bro, is that a shape?
They
Though?
can't
No.
be.
Can't look like a bitch ass pug.
Is that a shade?
no,
Just throw shade at someone?
no.
Dude, we all knew.
Oh my
just threw
god,
shade
no!
at.
I was just thinking of a meme.
Are you looking at me or your nose?
I guess it's similar to you
aquí.
guys, just family oriented, or knowing that how I am. I guess when I meet someone, they gotta know I'm like the biggest geek or whatever. You know, the
Like,
things
you
I
gotta be
like.
cool with not going to every single party because I want to stay in and watch movies with you.
Yeah, that too. Or being okay with, because in my case, I have a lot of friends, and being okay with, hey, I have a lot of people I hang out with. We're gonna be meeting a lot of people.
And you got to be okay with me running like Naruto.
Yeah. Whoa!
What about?
No,
No?
You don't have any non-negotiables?
it's just I don't know, like non-negotiables that she has to have. No,
Or that she can't be?
that she can't.
Or
be.
like can't, like
She
you
can't be
wouldn't
ugly.
like that she would do?
She just got to like me.
Yeah, I feel like that's the. I mean, everything else, it's either gonna work out or not, right? But it has to start with that.
Yeah.
Like, you have to like me.
No, well, yeah.
Like at this point, next life, baby girl. If this question was for me, next life. This one,
No, pues
ya
sí.
valió madre.
Eso sí.
What about for you, babe?
I think
Everything Mario's not.
no. I mean, yeah, of course, like personality, like you can't be aggressive. Like that's a non-negotiable. What?
Let me go back. Just because you said that, I do like feminine energy, like from Sarai. Like she can act rough as she is. At the end of the day, she is a girly girl.
Yeah.
Like, and that, just like I feel like she expects me to be a man, or that. You know, like I feel like you the same way. Like you expect him to be a man.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. No, that makes
that's-
sense. So like
yeah.
you just want that feminine
Yeah.
energy and not like a
yeah, like,
tomboy or
yeah, I
like
don't
man,
need
like too
another
much
like
masculine.
We don't
energy.
need two dudes in this house.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Oh, you guys don't hide behind your girlfriend if an intruder comes in?
No,
Just
but
as a shield, though.
I hide behind Bao when a waiter comes and my order is wrong, though.
So like, is that what you wanted?
But I'll eat it. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
They forgot my ranch, babe.
That's what I do in Mexico. Whenever I'm in Mexico, she takes over like the conversations with everyone. I'm just like,
Okay.
Dile.
His pointing.
and then over here, I'm the one that takes over the conversation.
You're a lot more comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think like too much aggressivity in the sense where it's like you're punching holes in the wall or like picking random fights. And like obviously you came into my life at a perfect time because you weren't picking random fights anymore, but apparently you were before.
I'm not like
And
that no more.
definitely not like can't be a drug addict. Like don't need that in my life. I was like,
Is coffee considered?
I know. I was about to say coffee's drug.
oh what? Oh, coffee. Yeah, you're right.
Just
You can
kidding.
drink
It's
coffee.
not.
I think so.
She
I
drinks a lot
always
more
say
coffee than I do.
it's a legal drug.
Yeah.
And I think as of recently, one of the things that, and like I know Mario and I have had a lot of conversations about this, but like you have to care about your health. Like before I wasn't huge on it. Like it was just one of those like, oh yeah, your health, like whatever. And like once I just realized everything that comes to play with it and like longevity of your life, it's important that there's at least some care to it, you know?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be like, you don't have to do the extremes that like I'm doing, but care enough to like eat well, feed your
Yeah.
body, like get some movement into your life. I couldn't do like the whole like just sitting on the couch all day and watching TV. Like, yeah. Which you don't do that, so it's okay.
Porque no te dejan.
Sí, porque no me dejan, no, porque sí quiero.
Okay, moving on. Hi, Comadre Pau. My boyfriend can play video games all day. There we go. That would
There
be
we go.
another one.
That's a no for Pau.
Yeah. We are in our late 20s and I'm over it. I want to go out and explore the city, but all he does is play his Xbox and doesn't really pay attention to our relationship after work. We've talked about it multiple times and he stops for a few weeks, but then reverts to his old habits. And I don't want to nag, but dude, grow up. Yeah.
Is this one of you
Break
guys?
it. Break it.
Break his Xbox?
Find a way to like sabotage it.
Put a baloney in this thing. Does Xbox still
What's
taste
that?
this?
Doesn't it get like
Yeah, it does.
like a red ring of
The original
old
ones.
ones.
Oh,
It
yeah,
was
no.
Death.
Yeah, it was the Ring of Death. Yeah.
No,
Ring of Death.
Red Death. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hard one because I also feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, and I don't think that you only sit there and watch video game or play video games at all. But I feel like once you like video games, it's really hard to give them up. No,
Well, it's like another
in general.
addiction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you find
because it is an addiction.
Yeah. So like, I just don't think unless you have a very serious relationship and conversation and give him like an ultimatum, which also sucks because you don't want to be putting your significant other in an ultimatum. But like, I don't think this is ever gonna go away.
It goes away.
I mean, you can get. It's just you can be responsible about it. Because I play video games,
Yeah.
and I can play a lot. But there's times where I cannot play, and I'm okay.
But do you
But
not?
that-
Do
But
you
like,
not
let's
play?
say Pam was like, "I don't want you to play video games no more."
Well, I'm
You're
just
gonna drop him.
fortunate because she can play for hours
I
too.
know.
So
I'm just
Well,
saying.
But saying she
hey,
couldn't.
I have the most perfect girlfriend. And,
her farts smell like Takis, the good ones.
we both share
it's like
Pokemons.
lavender actually.
Oh my god. But like, let's say she didn't, and she told you, like, "Hey, bro, you gotta chill out on the video game playing." And let's say she lived here, because I feel like it's Jesus Christ. Oh my gosh. I feel like it's easy for you to like not play when she's here because you guys don't spend time together during the week.
Yeah.
So let's say she did live here and she wasn't into video games as much as you were, and she told you, "Hey dude, like you gotta chill, and on the weekends it's our time." I feel like I'm asking the wrong person because Jesus is a simp and he'd definitely drop everything.
I don't play video games on the weekend. I play during the week when she's not here.
Well,
But
That-
what
see,
if
that's
she?
exactly
yeah,
why.
like what if she was here?
But see, no,
I feel like I would find time, like dedicated time.
yeah, that's what I
wouldn't.
was thinking. Like if
Time
he would
blocking.
want to dedicate more time, he would.
Yeah.
yeah, or be like, "Hey, like play for an hour, but then let's go out."
Yeah. Like there needs to be a balance, you know. Like it's obviously not healthy that's
'Cause
all
it's
he wants
easy
to
to get
do.
hooked
'Cause all
on
my
video
friends
games.
do
Yeah,
it.
I'm sure it is.
Like all our friends do it and they're married or whatever, but they have their time, right? Like just a couple hours here and there and that's it.
not me, dog.
But if they have to reach out to their babies and this and that,
Like they will. Yeah. Yeah, I think at the end of the day it's just if he wants to, he will, baby girl.
yep.
See, you got lucky. You got a fiance boyfriend that didn't like video games.
I know, that was lovely. I actually thought it was really weird you didn't play video games because I feel like every guy at one point
Weirdo.
plays
I
video
wasn't
games.
a virgin. That's why.
Whatever.
All right.
Virgins.
The last two are very sexual. Sup guys and Pao. So my girlfriend is on the pill and I always Twinkie her. Winky face.
Hell yeah.
After I come, she doesn't like for me to pull out too fast. I don't know if it's because it feels great inside her or it's a weird or bad sensation pulling out. Anyways,
PG, guys.
we recently had sex, and right after I came, I had the sensation to fart. I told her, and she proceeded to wrap her legs around me, not letting me loose, and told me to just fart while still being inside her. So I did, lol. Very uncomfortable and weird experience. Have you guys ever experienced something like this? What the fuck? Damn, I thought he was going to come back with like a, yeah, I have.
No. Oh, that's funny though.
That
Because I
is
feel like
funny.
right after you bust, it's like 10 seconds, and then all of a sudden there's a gummy worm there. It's like, yo,
Yeah.
like
It's like-
what do you want? Like it's
Immediately,
done.
it's like Mimi's time right
Yeah.
after, bro.
It's like, yo, go get us
This
toilet
is-
paper. Just kidding.
let's just clean up and go to
Like
sleep,
how-
dog.
It's time to go pee and go to the bath. Time to go pee and get some food now.
Have you ever been in something like that?
Oh, that you had to fart?
Or
Yeah,
like
but
any
that
like
you actually
weird
farted?
situation
No.
like that.
Not
Like where the
no,
girl
not
like
that I've
holds you
actually
there.
farted, no.
You?
No, I wonder what that did.
I know. Tell us your name. I want to know who it was.
Is that a fetish?
I
It's
know.
kind of like
Maybe
a
it's
fetish. We
Did
got
she-
pukey and
she
then
ask you
we
to do it
have
again?
farty
We got pukey and poopy.
and gassy.
Gassy.
Poopy pants.
No, yeah.
Dang, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
I've never had that.
No, I've had to take a shit.
But that's like you don't tell them that. You
I
just
tell
wait.
them
You
that.
tell them?
Take a shit here. Do it now.
On her?
Ew.
No, I wait till I get home.
Yeah. Or has I don't know. If it's
Aren't you home
but,
already
like,
with her?
something happens that makes you laugh.
Yeah, what the fuck do you mean when you get home?
I get home and eat the food from that Pao just made us.
You didn't get what I meant. You didn't get what I said. I didn't think you got it.
Oh.
What?
You didn't get it, huh?
Yeah.
Well, say it again.
What do you mean till you get home?
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
got
yeah,
it. too.
that's,
That's why I
yeah, and then
left,
that's
yeah.
why I was like, yeah, what do
That's
you
why you-
mean?
Oh, never mind. Ignore me.
We're going to talk after this.
I'm taking away your Xbox.
But what about laughing? Like, have you ever had to laugh during?
I think if you can't laugh with your partner during sex.
No, not for something that
that's not your
happened. You
partner,
just
dog.
like you just like
Titties.
Okay, well, here's a question. Don't they, you guys confirm or deny this. When you guys are trying not to come, you think about something else, right?
you can't.
You can't think
That's
about
weird,
something
no.
else?
No.
No, you're
I
just
look,
staring at
like,
her.
I'll try to look around the room.
But see, then
And be like, hey,
I
you
feel
gotta-
like
you gotta
that's
clean this.
where you kind of like see or think of something and it makes you laugh.
Yeah.
And that makes everything uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Well, is that what you were kind of referring
Yeah.
to?
Like, you ever,
Like
have you ever
that,
had
that
like,
happened to me. Like
like you
I
ever had a-
laughed and then it was just like,
The
like,
fuck you
why-
laugh
why-
at?
what the
Yeah.
fuck you laughing about?
And then you're like just pumping it, but
Yeah, I'm
it's
just
like
like
awkward.
nothing, dog.
I
And
kinda feel like
you're
that's
trying to
happened
get back
before.
into the mood. But
Yeah.
now you're just now it's a comedy show.
Yeah.
All right, moving on before this gets too X-rated.
So that was crazy. She,
Oh, yeah,
she made you
anyways, yeah.
fart.
Yeah,
She
no.
just held.
I'm sorry, that was so
That's
uncomfortable.
You still with her?
Little
We
fart.
have so many questions
little
today
farty
about
McPhee.
these. Okay, last one today, guys. It says, I can't stop beating my meat. Like, I have a girlfriend and everything. We make love all the time, and we
Liar.
even try things, but I just can't stop beating my meat.
It's
I
not
don't-
all the time then.
I don't cheat. My girl even sometimes sends me sexy pics, and I beat my meat to her pics. I can't be the only one.
That's cool.
Lucky you.
Must be nice.
That's definitely not mine.
Nope. Jesus is looking at his pics. I think you got addiction to porn, dog.
Oh, well, yeah.
Well,
that
what
could
if
be
he's
it.
not watching anything and he's just beating his meat?
To what?
Why is that
Just
an
those
addiction?
your
to porn?
imagination.
Did he just
casual
turn like
hearts.
13 years old or something?
I know,
Just
for real.
discover it.
No, because they're trying a bunch. Well, it could be because they're
It
trying
could
a
be,
bunch of different
internet
things.
now is wild. Wait, what was the end? What was the question?
I can't be the only one. That's all it says. I
That
think
can't
you're
stop
alone on
eating
this
his
one.
meat. Yeah, dog.
I think once you're in a relationship, you should let the beating of the meat.
The beating of the meat is postponed.
Yeah, for the ladies.
Yeah, right. You wait until you can have the sex.
But then what if like
You're just randomly horny
they're
on a
just
Wednesday
not in the mood? They're not in the mood.
Then you're not in the mood either.
Damn.
That's how you postpone the beating of the meat. So you're in the
And
mood.
so
You build up that energy or that.
You build it up.
Yep.
I don't know, man. It's weird. How old are you, dog?
That's true.
I mean, have we all beat the meat? We have all beat the meat.
If you're under 18, stop saying anything else, please. We don't want to know.
We don't want to. Don't tell us how old you are if you're under 18. Yeah, I mean, at least you don't cheat. I'm very proud of you for that.
Make her beat your meat.
Yeah. Well, he
I mean,
said
he
that
says we make
she's
love
doing
all the
it.
time, and we even try
He's
things.
just-
He just likes to
his
masturbate.
stamina
Esto
is-
invita a un análisis de tu vida, güey. I
mean,
think there's
some
something
people
a lot
just like
more
to
deeper going
masturbate, I
on.
guess.
Damn. Is it just for the sensation?
It's just the serotonin, no? Because it's like a rush of like an emotion that goes to your.
Is it serotonin?
I
Is
think
that
it's
the correct
serotonin.
thing?
Serotonin.
Yeah. Damn. I don't know.
I don't know. But that concludes Comadreando for this week. Thank you guys so much for sending in all of your stories and questions.
Follow up.
Follow up. We had Raul
questions.
and Mario had a lot of questions today, so please send them in. Or send in your follow-ups. And keep sending in all your chismecito every Tuesday.
Do you live with your girl?
You're still on that?
Yeah, I want to know. There's,
No, I
there's
don't
so
think
many
that it
details.
doesn't sound like they live together.
you're
Yeah,
living at
so maybe
home?
like the late night.
The late night
Yeah.
craving,
Yeah.
like a
Like
munchie meal.
he's like,
Like maybe he works
I'm
from
about to go to
home
sleep
and like
time to
midday.
bust in it. Damn, GB, was this you?
No.
Jesus has been on that candy, bro. You've been reading all the facts.
Yeah, I'm on
and
a
that
sugar
shit.
high. No, but I have my quote ready whenever we're ready for
Oh.
Jesus quotes.
Yeah, we're ready for Jesus quote, but we have a lot of questions.
Wait, we do have a lot of questions, but I want to say this again. Comadreando is anonymous to the listeners and to us because I actually just had a friend the other day that was like, wait, is it really? Like, still didn't believe me. And like, I don't know how else to prove to you guys that we don't
I've
know
actually
who's sending
shared a
these in.
screenshot of Comadreando.
Yeah.
I feel like just because Sarai likes sending in stuff that just happened, that's why. Like,
Well, that's
know,
how we,
yeah.
yeah.
That's how
or
you know
like
it's like,
sometimes she'll
oh,
send things in that she like already
that
told
it's
me or
like-
something.
like it's really obvious. Like it's like, yeah.
But like, no, like truthfully, we have no idea who's sending these in. We don't collect any information, so we have no idea. Fully anonymous, so feel as comfortable as you need to feel.
Any
when
Google
sending this
form,
in.
if you're the creator, gives you the option to collect the data. But the person who is inputting the information needs to actively give either the permission for us to collect the data or has to manually put in like their email, name,
Yeah.
or some sort of information. So
And our Google
no,
form
our
doesn't ask
Google
you for
form
that.
doesn't
It
ask
just
for
asks for your
anything.
question
Yeah.
or your story.
Doesn't
or
even
whatever.
ask you for your email. Like you could go in there and just put in anything. Like there's no data being
Yeah, we're not
collected.
screen recording you or anything.
Yeah. So please feel comfortable. Send in your stories. Send in your questions. All the things. We want all the chismecito.
Yeah.
And,
And the link's
our-
always in the bio.
and our questions.
You can
answered.
What's your
technically send in
freakiness?
something illegal that can be used in court to you, but won't be because they can't trace it back to you.
That's true. Just to us
Yep.
because we read it.
I mean, I don't know. They might be able to trace it back to them.
Well, we could test it out.
Anyways, like, share, subscribe.
And send in your cheese, man. All our
Send in your
answers,
chismecito.
questions answered. But anyways, before we start signing off, Jesus quote.
Jesus quote: "A ship in harbor is safe, but that is not what ships are built for."
Not the ones that just crashed.
Well, yeah,
The
but
one.
the main thing. Well, apparently I found out that shit happens a lot more often than we know, but it's just never recorded. And those are just two that just happen to be recorded recently.
They're hiding shit from us, bro.
But the meaning of the quote is, take those risks,
Vive con huevos.
vive con huevos.
Basically, vive con huevos.
Pretty much.
That's what Jesus
That's
said.
what they always mean.
But anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Otro Martes con Huevos. Make sure to send in your comadreandos. Make sure to follow us on our Instagrams. Everything is linked in our bios. Hopefully the homie Asael won by the time this came
yes.
out. And again, guys, continue to share, like, subscribe, comment, rate us. I found out that the only place that you could actually leave a review is on Apple Podcast. So shout out to Saul, shout out to Jovi for sending us all these lovely candies.
Shout out to
Beautiful.
everybody who listens to us on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
and
Oh yeah. Shout out
Spotify.
to everybody who listens. They're beating us, dude.
They're beating
I
Spotify.
was. They're beating us. I refer to us as
As
Spotify,
Spotify,
listeners
yeah.
because I am a Spotify person. But Apple Podcast is actually.
I listen on Apple Podcasts.
But anyways, guys, fight your fears. Oh, did you have something to say?
Don't forget about the giveaway.
Oh yeah, Padres giveaway. I need to make the reel. So
Like,
the time this
subscribe,
comes out.
screenshot of your subscription, send it in.
yeah. But anyways, guys, fight your fears. Live your best life. At the end of the day, the only thing that you regret are the things that you did not do. So vive con huevos, guys. We out of here. We love you. Peace.
Bye.
Have a thanks.
Later.